Salute, 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 salute. It's your boy Gamo Kiyosuke back here with another one, guys. I apologize, man. I've been freaking bone dry busy, man, with work. Things are just getting hectic, and I apologize, guys, for holding off the weeklies. Again, I would love to do more weeklies. I love to have these nice prepared videos and whatnot for you, but it's just tough, man. It's tough. I'm in the so-called the mouth, I guess, of my career. So again, things are going to be crazy and hectic. I apologize, guys, for not having as many of these weeklies as I would wish to have them. It is not of laziness. It is not of any of that. Again, guys, I am astronomically busy. But one thing you don't have to be busy with. It's from my happy sponsors. Or not happy sponsors. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. For my sponsors for today's episode, Manscaped.com. You dirty Fs, you vagabonds, you derelicts, you disgusting Neanderthals, you troglodytes. It's 2002, man. There should be no way in hell. No way in hell. You shouldn't be properly shaved in today's society. You know what I'm saying? You might go out, you know what I mean? You might find your wife out there in the club, you know, twerking at the strip club, you know what I'm saying? Throwing her hundreds of dollars, talking about, yo, I love you. You know what I'm saying, man? And she might even go back to the boom boom room with you. But what are you going to do when you go back to the boom boom? If you try to go to a boom boom room and you take off your slacks, you know what I'm saying? And you're not well kept. You mess up the whole flow. You wasted about $500, $600 for her to tease you. Guys, go to Manscaped.com. If you want to learn how to cheat on your wife, go to Manscaped.com. Use Legion20 and use a code to get 20% off the performance package, nose trimmer, as well as the ability to knack your sack. I said knack your sack. Whack your sack. And make sure you don't nick your stick. So please go to Manscaped.com. Use Legion20. Stop playing games before I get my guy Ace of Kings to rob you. Again, that is Manscaped.com. Suit to Ace of Kings. And use Legion20 to get 20% off the performance package. As we start off the show, so to everybody in the chat, God bless everybody. So we're here to talk about a few things. Again, I really don't want to talk about this dude anymore. I don't want to talk about this guy, Julius Randle. I want to get to the draft. I want the season to end already. We're not going to play young kids. Now, Julius Randle is going to be out with a quad injury. But I want to end the season, man. I'm tired of it. We get it with Julius Randle. I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm going to play a little bit of the audios that we've heard throughout the week. Now, let me just start off. Someone said pause, salute. Man, I'm out of it, man. So talk about a few things first and foremost. Now, there are rumors of Julius Randle wanting to so-called ask him for a trade after the game against Chicago Bulls where, was it the Bulls or the Heat? No, it was the Bulls. Where the Knicks won and your man Julius can't handle the Randle went off like a freaking idiot. Like a buffoon, throwing the ball. And then your man Craig Carton comes out the next day just talking about Randle allegedly asked for a trade. Now, again, when you look at what things have happened, I'm trying to find out where exactly things went wrong. You know, is there a theory that they may have been trying to trade him early this season? Not early this season, but at least by the deadline. But they were planning to trade him off. Maybe he got pissed from that. Now, and thank you, Salute to Andy, for pointing this out. There is a 15% kicker in his contract. So I would have made it a little bit harder. But I believe his contract or the extension would have went from 115 for 4 years to about 134 for 4 years. Which is, again, I don't believe that's not the max for a 4 year. But again, that should deter teams from going out there and trying to get him. So I'm trying to understand: is it that? Was it Kemba Walker being used as a so-called marketing ploy by the team? I mean, it can be anything on the court. It makes really absolutely no sense where all this came from. I'm still trying to find out: is it them trying to change his style of play? Is it him not be able to reach what he had last season? But none of those things should dictate or should result in Julius Randle acting the way that he did this past season. For the most part. I mean, when you look at our team, think about this. R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle are two best players, right? And they really have no chemistry this season. Now, obviously, Julius Randle being in the post last season and kicking out to R.J. Barrett, strictly in the corner and whatnot, that worked. But this season, With RJ Barrett and Julius Randle on the floor, according to Clean the Glass, they have a minus 3.9 differential total out of all the possessions. About 3,581 possessions. The Knicks, with Julius Randle, when Julius Randle and RJ Barrett on the floor at the same time, have a minus 3.9 differential on the floor, right? Net differential, excuse me. Points per possession, points per 100 possessions, 109.9, which is good for 32nd in the league. That's terrible. That's effing atrocious. 51% effective field goal shooting is good for 21st. Turnovers at 14%. I mean, this just doesn't make absolutely any sense. And defensively, like you could tell with Julius Randle. Ranked 37th in the league at 113.8 points per possession, points per 100 possessions given up when those two are on the court. That makes absolutely no effing sense. How those two guys, your two best players, two physical players, two guys should be running the pick and roll ad nauseum, and they don't have nothing going on between those guys, man. No chemistry or nothing. You saw in the last game, what was it, against the Bulls, where your man RJ Barrett came down. Julius Randle's in the post. Try to pass it to Randle in the post. So RJ Barrett's coming down. Randle's in the post. Try to pass to him. It wasn't there, so then he opted to go to Alec Burks, who was white hot that game. Next possession, offensive possession down, Randle ignores RJ Barrett right on the right and just keeps dribbling, I think he trying to make a hand up to Fournier or whatever. Like, no chemistry. Last game against, what was the team? Against Charlotte. Not one pick and roll ran with Randle. Not one. If I'm lying, please somebody point it out. I did not see when I watched that game. Not one pick and roll with Randle. The vast majority of Randle's offensive attempts came from him at least starting from the outside. Against a team in the Charlotte Hornets who love to play zone against. They play a lot of man against us that game. They play some matchup zone against us as well, too. A game where you need somebody to break the middle of that court, to challenge a guy like Plumlee, who's not, I mean, he's a solid defender, but he can be had. He can be foul prone as well, too. Nothing to challenge him on the inside. Then RJ Barrett was white hot in that first quarter, shot 1-5 in the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, we get 6 possessions total. Like, what the F are we doing here with this guy Randle, man? So I want to play a few of the interviews today. Not today, excuse me. Then with Randle, I'm gonna play one with Tom Thibodeau. But let me play the first one with Tom Thibodeau, and then I'm gonna cut it off. Cut off and comment on a few of it. Comment on some points here and there. So first and foremost, please, guys, it's a Friday. I've been freaking dying this week, regardless of work. I'm chilling with the brew. You guys should too. That rhymes. I don't know how to finish that off, but please, go get a smeared of. Oh! Even though it's not a smeared of. Oh! All right, whatever. That rhymed. Wow. Anyway, please, as I play this interview, please go get something to drink, as long as you're of age. And by the way, please, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the dark notification bell so you get each and every notification for each and every video I put out there. Let me see how many people I got in the chat. I probably don't have many in the chat today, and that's perfectly fine. This is all on me today. Let me see who I got in the chat. I'm trying to get to this damn video. It's taking 30 years to get to. Sorry, that's an ad. So, we got 43 people watching. Only 15 likes? I only got 15. I got 43 people watching. Only 15 likes. Golly, y'all must hate me. Damn, son. Let me see what you guys saying, man. Suit to everybody in the chat. PDP, T. Williams, Kaiser Sose, Adele Chapman, C-Mac, you troll, Mets 2128, salute, Emmanuel Mukolo, Big Shicey, salute, Dan J.A., definitely not getting the first pick. Y'all can't even tank right. That's right, we can't tank right. You got a good point, but I'm not about tanking, bro. You pick, and we're going to talk about this later. You pick where you are, bro. That's it. You pick where you are, man. Sure enough, so I've been a Knicks fan for most of you. I've been talking about Bill Cartwright, Sugar Ray. What does that mean? And what's your point? We got to stop doing that. Let me say something real quick, man. If we as a fan base are trying to get new fans to come in, we got to stop with that. I'm older, and thus, because I'm older, I know more than you. We got to stop that, man. We got to stop that. There are a lot of young kids who could it's about processing the game. There are a lot of old heads who don't know ish about the Knicks or about basketball, and they've been watching them all their lives. Somebody that takes some of the worst takes you've ever heard in your life. So we got to stop that, man. I'm not trying to come at Sherman, but I've heard that a lot, man. Please, please, please. Because some of these kids, I'm not saying like they really don't even give a damn about basketball per se. We got to get some of these younger kids into the game. So please, please, please be a little bit more inviting. Let's not use this generational crap to say, oh, I know more than you and all that other crap. Let me see. Jason Salute says because he can't play off the ball, points come with the dribble. Randle got a bad attitude. That's part of the reason he falls apart in big moments. Not sure Randle and Zion are going to coexist in the same line. Well, if you and we're going to talk a little bit. Randle and Zion. If you trade for Zion, who I don't want, you trading Randle. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way you're going to have Randle and Zion on the same team. That's just no. Bricks Nation, salute my guy. Julian Trent, salute. Kenal Ben Lawa, salute. Punch Nice, salute, salute, salute. So, all right, let's get to this Tom Thibodeau interview. I'm going to play the sound.
With some time to review last week's Charlotte game.
And by the way, I'm going to speed up by about 25%. I don't need it. I don't want to be.
Maybe some challenges for tonight.
You just played them recently, so you have to be ready to come out with an edge. They're a very dynamic offensive team, so the start of the game will be critical. Yes. Yeah.
The other guys, Julius and Mitchell, coming up.
Hold on, I got to slow it down. That sounds mad gibberish. My bad, y'all.
Stuff both in and starting.
Yes.
Nothing new on Barrett with contact.
No.
And is there concern that he rushed back at all, given what he's doing?
Just you want to make sure he's completely healthy. That's the big thing. So when he's ready to go, he'll go.
I know Julius was up off the injury, but there were some things the other day Doug said, just kind of what you read from how he's played since he came back and some body language stuff that you've seen.
Just keep playing. That's it. That's all you got to do. He's he wants to play. He's get out there. He had 13 rebounds the other night. Be ready tonight. Let's go.
Somebody, a radio host in New York, reported that Julius had asked for a trade after the game last night. Based on what you know, we should.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
So my Craig Carton.
Well, I'm not going to respond to something like that anyway. But I mean, let's be real. Come on.
Tom, you obviously did get the best out of him last year. And last year it seemed that his relationship with the city was like a love affair. This year it does seem strained. Why do you think that is?
Well, look, every year is different. You're faced with new and different challenges. There were a lot of things that, like this year didn't go like last year did. Now it's, hopefully we can finish up like we did last year. So you can things change all the time, and they can change from going real good to bad quickly, and they can go from being not as good as you would like to great real quick also. So just keep going. I think it goes with the turf. It's you're going to get a lot of credit. You're going to get a lot of blame. That's the way it works here.
Let me just comment on that. So, real quick. First and foremost, Tom Thibodeau through and through is a player's coach. I know you guys on Twitter are going crazy talking about, oh, Tom Thibodeau, oh, you got to call him out. Let me ask you this. When you and your family are having issues, now obviously you're not having press conferences for your family, do you go out there and out them out or do you protect them? Now, everybody says Tom Thibodeau's too hard on his players. And that could be true in practice and whatnot, preparation. But he protects his players. Now, at least in this case. Now, you can talk about Minnesota and way it seems like, I want to say he's learned his lesson or he's changed his ways maybe to a fault. And we're going to talk about it in a little bit regarding how he's treating certain players. He's protecting a guy who, in all theory, should not be protected. But obviously, as a coach, you have to protect this guy. But because things didn't go the way it went last year, what was that? You get him the ball all the time? Like, what is it that happened last season in terms of how they're using you, your usage, or the amount of times they give you touches? What's so different from last season? You're still the focal point on offense. And you got other guys that better complement you, or in theory, that better complement you, right? You didn't want to run the pick and roll with Kemba Walker, which could have worked. Not say, again, Kemba Walker's knees are finito, but that would have helped him a lot. To have somebody roll to the basket, be a threat, and challenge both the pick and roll defender and the pick and roll man defender and the pick and roll ball handler defender. You didn't have that, right? Your usage rate is what? 29% last season. It's 28.7% this season. Now, you don't have defensive protection and no one's well, but you have Mitch. You got Sims now, right? And granted, our backcourt defense was bad, But you were never a good defender in that regard anyway. Last season was overrated in that regard too. You're just not a good defender, period. So what is it so different this season for Julius Randle to act like the petulant child that he is? Every time he wants to fight somebody, fighting the refs, fighting Rudy Gobert, throwing the ball when they win, but he didn't have the greatest of games. Lollygagging on help defense. Did y'all watch that game? Again, oh, yeah, obviously you did. The Bulls game. Ayo Dosunmu cuts to the basket. Was well exposed cutting to the basket. Or let me say not well exposed. Everybody caught him cutting to the basket. What does Julius Randle do? Just stay back, allow him to dunk. This is in the first quarter. Another play is either it was Dosunmu. I forgot who it was exactly. I don't know if it was DeMar or one of these guys. Beat RJ Barrett, I believe on transition. Randle had to pick him up. Nothing. RJ's going to do like, yo, son, come on, bro. What is it this year? You asked to be a leader? Why? Because we asked you to communicate with the youngins? To help bring them up? That you don't sit at the end of the bench when there's a timeout called? Or you're not pushing off Kenny Payne's hand? When he's telling, yo, bro, like, chill out, just stay in the huddle. You show up your coach more than your coach has ever shown you up. And let's be honest, out of all the coaches Julius Randle's had, Tom Thibodeau's been the most loyal to him. When he was in LA, they weren't loyal to him. He knew what was up. They're going to bring LeBron here. The guy from the tree leaves. They weren't sticking for no Julius. Oh, yeah. And I know Julius Randle came the year before LeBron came, but it was in the tree leaves that he was coming to LA. He went to the Pelicans. After AD went down, it wasn't, well, he got a relatively bigger role, but it wasn't as if, what's the name? Was it Alvin Gentry was singing his kids' praises like that? He was acting like a knucklehead like that. Fizdale allowed the BS for the most part. But in terms of overall protection, you got the most protection from Tom Thibodeau. And this is how you do him, bro? In the huddles, you can't even stay there to be a teammate, to at least to say, you know what? I may not be listening to what this guy's saying, but you know what? Other guys are watching me. And this guy gave me the respect. This guy allowed me to play my so-called game last year, allowed me to get the contract last year that now I don't deserve. And you showing a Tom Thibodeau like this? Let's continue the interview, bro.
Just stay focused, come in the next day, and just keep working. Just keep working.
Now, as a coach, last year you pushed all the right buttons with Julius. Are you searching for buttons this year that maybe?
Well, it's not just. That's what I want to make a point about. It's not just one player. It's your entire team. How do you bring the best out of the group? And so, right now, I want the focus to be on. Okay, the team's playing really good, playing winning basketball, and that's where I want it to be. So, guy, like you could look at individual statistics for a game, right? And you can say, well, he didn't play well this game, and when you go back and you watch it, you may say, hey, he played a lot better than I thought. He didn't shoot well, but he did this, and this helped us win. Or maybe he's banged up and he's given us, things that can help us win that game. And so you look at all the things in totality. Once the season's over, we'll dig into everything. We'll look at the things we did well, the things we didn't do as well as we would like, and then we'll try to, make the improvements over the course of the summer. But this is ongoing, and just where I want us to be right now is, since the All-Star break on, we played really good basketball. Keep playing good basketball. Play winning basketball. Let's see what happens.
Imagine being in the locker room and knowing you're not the issue for why your team might lose a game here or there, right? Just think about how effed up that is, that you got to take the burden for Julius Randle being a head case. Just think about how crazy that is. He said it takes the whole team. Well, I watched the whole team against the Miami Heat, one of the better defensive teams, a team we have not beaten all season, a team we couldn't beat for the past 2 seasons. I seen a bunch of young kids inspire each other to execute down the stretch. Unselfish basketball. Your man IQ went off in the fourth quarter, and it felt like everybody ate. RJ Barrett didn't have the best of games, but he conceded to IQ. McBride crashing boards, jumping through the air. Selfless play. Imagine that you get blamed for this nincompoop's lack of effort. The New York Knicks play the help defense. They cross move they cross defend, let me say. right? It's a system of trust. I'm going out to double this guy to help out on this pick and roll. I'm hedging hard off the screen. I trust that my teammate has my back. That he gets my guy I left. And then his guy gets the guy he left. And then his guy gets the guy he left. Why do you think our reset defense, when Randle wasn't there, looked so much better? Why do you think when Jericho Sims in there, a 6'9" guy who can't shoot better than 70% of the free throw line, why do you think the defense looks so good there? When he plays, we didn't miss a step in terms of pick and roll defense with him. But when Randle is there, there's always a glitch in the system. There's something wrong with the cogs in the system. Because he's not going out. Because he's looking at the guy to shoot the ball. He does this all the freaking time. And especially if his offense ain't clicking, his defense ain't clicking for ish. You hardly see Randle go out there and commit himself defensively despite shooting terribly. That Chicago Bulls game where he was 2 for 10 or whatever and Lonzo was shutting him down, he wasn't shutting anybody down defensively. That's your man. He's a selfish player and he's not that. At least with Melo. Melo had one game, he had 8 points, like 17 rebounds, something crazy like that. Was a plus 24 and he played defense. Melo also didn't, he's also another guy. He's different, but he never really played defense, period. But you can at least say the offense was good enough where it's like, you know what? I would like you to show more effort, but you give me 40 against the Miami Heat when we play LeBron James. You give me 33 against the Celtics. You good. You that dude. You're one of the top offensive talents of all time. Word of Kobe Bryant. But Julius Randle really thinks that he's that good of a player to not show effort on. And I don't know what it is. Is it that the guys on the team don't like him? Well, let me help you, bro. Everybody works at a job where they don't like a bunch of people they work with. You still got to be a unit. So what is it? Someone stealing your shine? It can't be RJ, but it can't be IQ. For you and RJ to not have that chemistry, for you and IQ to not have a pick and roll set going on, but you have a handoff system with 48? Yo, so let me get to the rest of this interview, bro. This dude gets me pissed, bro.
So from what you know, Julius still wants to be here, and he's a guy that you're counting on for this.
Yeah. Hey, look, as a coach, you coach the players that you have, and you love them all, and I do. If you play for me, I love you. Okay, it's really that simple. And the challenge for us is to bring the best out of each other. That's what we have to do.
How would you compare and contrast the expectations? Obviously, as a coach, you want the highest expectations possible, but the expectations of the fans have changed. What do you think about that?
Hey, look, we got the best fans. This is the best place in the league to play. Look, I've been just about every place, so I'm speaking from experience. All right, this place is special, and the fans are passionate. We know what basketball means to the city, right? We got to give them something to be proud of. We're going to come out. We got to play hard. We got to play for each other. We got to play smart. And if we do that, sometimes, you could lose a game and play well. You got to remember the other team's pretty good too. So, last year was different. It was a different year. We never really got hit with COVID last year. We got hit with COVID this year, right? So there's a lot of things that go into it. But look, you got to keep battling every day, right? And that's where it lies.
Since the All-Star break, I forget what the defense is. I think it's top 5 in points allowed per possession. What's the change there?
Well, and again, I know you guys, like, I'm sure there's a lot of metrics that you use. I know what I use, right? And we've been a top 5 defensive field goal percentage team from the start to the end. We've been top 5, 6 in points allowed. We've been a dominant rebounding team all year. We're 3rd in points in the paint, points allowed in the paint. So we keep the ball out of the paint. So, the defense has been good, right? And so last year it was historically great. Very few teams. So there's only one other team that did what we did last year. So we still have to hang our hat on that. And then offensively, we got to continue to play for each other.
So with those numbers basically being the same, or at least being relatively similar, pre-break and post-break, do you just attribute it to like 3-point variance and that's it? Do you feel like the defensive quality has been the same for you guys?
Well, the thing is, we didn't cover the line quite as well. We're there now, you know, but in terms of challenging shots and keeping the ball out of the paint, getting back and getting set, that's been pretty good. Yeah.
So that's about the interview. Let me help you out, Tom Thibodeau. The reason why your defense is better is because you started to, well, one, IQ's development this season defensively. IQ is good for the 86th percentile in half-court defense, allowing 107.5 points a game when he's on the court. Points per play, 91.5. Like, and that's ranked in the 82nd percentile. Let me see what IQ looks like we talked about before. When your man freaking Miles McBride is in a game with IQ. And we talked about how excellent their defense was. Oh, wow! In 451 possessions, IQ and Emmanuel Quickly ranking in the 99th percentile, giving 98.2 points a game. Points per play, 96, ranked in the 96th percentile, 87.1 points per play. Wow! That's amazing. Their plus-minus difference for offense and defense, bro. 100 percentile, 26.6. Differential when those guys are on the court. 99 percentile in terms of points per possession, 124.8. Effective field goal percentage of 57.7%, which is good for the 97 percentile. Wow. Interesting. When you get guys that commit to a system, they seem to play a lot better on defense. Now, you try to, obviously, Kemba Walker was forced upon you. And obviously, you're playing Burks for whatever reason. You should be starting IQ and then playing Burks off the bench. I don't know if he's being petty with the front office because maybe he wanted to start your man IQ. But this just isn't, man, you drafted these guys, you mold these guys in their final direction. Oh my gosh, look at this. Now, you want to hear when IQ and Randle on the court together? They have a plus 1.2 points per possession. 1.2 plus 1.2 differential. Points per possession, 100 possessions, 111 points, 0.7, which is good for the 46th percentile. Terrible. Effective field goal shooting at 50.7%. Good for the 17th percentile. I wonder why. No chemistry. One part of the court is literally cut off when Randall's out there, bro, because he just stands on the perimeter. Doesn't challenge the inside. Don't matter if you have Mitch out there. Don't matter if you have Sims out there. Don't matter if you have Obi out there playing small. And they put Obi in the corner too. The only time sometimes you see Obi and Randall rotate in the zone. And that's if Randall wants to play like that. Where he's playing zone break and switching between the low block and the foul line. Sometimes. Like, yo, dogs. Next season, you got to choose between Randle and Tom Thibodeau. You can't have Tom Thibodeau here. You can't have Randle here at the same time. And I'd rather have Tom Thibodeau here than Randle. Now, we're going to get to the Randle interview because he says some stuff. It's just like, dogs, your mental is so... he just annoys me, man. But let's get to this bum-aid Randle interview. This dude just gets me pissed. Hey, guys. Like dogs, why are you breathing hard? Did you try hard in the game? This guy's breathing hard like, oh, here we go again. You did it! You did it! There's nobody else to blame but you, my guy. You did it! What are you're tired of the question? You bring it upon yourself! Forget the production. We knew you're not, well, I knew you were not elite. Suta Sim and all the people call him elite. Nick. We know you're not elite. I know you're not elite. That's fine. I said it here time after time. Tom Thibodeau's got to get it mentally to try to develop other parts of his game. to try to pivot from last season to understand, look, the league is caught up to you. I said that many times, and I don't like Randle as a player. I don't like his style. I don't like anything about him. I don't like that janky left-hand shot. I don't like anything about his game, but he did well last year. I was like, all right, maybe he's turning a new leaf. Not necessarily because he's going to produce that same level, but maybe there's something offensive that clicked in him. But stupid me. There's nobody in the stands. But this guy wants to come in. Oh, I had a tough game. Man, yo, dog. Let me say something. This is why I got respect for Kobe. As selfish as Kobe may have been, especially between the two Phil Jackson regimes, in terms of just looking for himself, I know he didn't have players or whatever, but he's still going to make those teams a lot better because he's that smart of a player. He's that great of a talent. Rest in peace, Kobe. But one thing I got to respect about Kobe, when he lost, you knew it affected him. Now, people will say, oh, because he took all the shots, and that's hilarious. But when Kobe lost, he did not feel good about it. Remember when his teammates were celebrating after that bum-A win they had? And they were how many games below 500? Like, they were not competing in the West, and Kobe just like, he was like, yo, what the hell is this? We suck. Why are you guys celebrating? Yo, man, rest in peace, Kobe. I'm not a Laker fan for any. I ain't no fan of damn Lakers, but Kobe Bryant's son, like, God, give us another player like that in the league. He don't have to be on the Knicks. I just gotta see it because Randle he bugs me out. And I know people say he's getting the Kobe. No. This is not Kobe-like whatsoever. It's not even a variant of Kobe. This is a freaking, I want to say privileged. This is an entitled, spoiled brat who got his way. And then for some reason, I don't know what it is in New York. I don't know if it's the water. I don't know if it's the meat packing whores. I don't know what it is. It just, and I'm just joking because I'm not implying that he's cheating on his wife. It's something that turns players weird in New York. They get a little piece of success, and it's just something weird. I don't know what it is. I drink the same bum-A quarter waters like you do. I brush my teeth the same bum-A fluoride water you do. I don't know what it. Anyway, let's continue.
I mean, LaMelo's tough. I mean, he was in the paint a lot. You know, how many assists he have? I don't know, but
yeah.
He was in the paint a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, cutting.
Amazing. He's in the paint a lot. How many minutes did Sims play that game? How many did he play? 9? Another Tom Thibodeau rotational faux pas. You knew LaMelo Ball was exploiting off his screens. How many floaters did your man have? I'm going to look up the box score right. How many floaters did your man have, bro? And you just allowed the dude to eat, son. And you allowed Son Duke to eat. How many floaters did he have? Knicks are playing drop covers. Now, granted, a lot of that was on Randle. I was also on Mitchell Robinson as well, too. Right? But how many damn freaking floaters did he have? Why the hell can I just find a damn freaking box score? God. This is getting me annoyed, boy. So, in that game, within the paint or inside the paint, your man LaMelo Ball, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in that paint. Well, 6 in the paint area. 3 in the restricted, so you can take those layups. He had 3 floaters. He missed 2. He had 3 made floaters. 2 of them, 2 shots missed near the rim or at the rim. Like, your man 8, bro. Your man 8. And what, Randle's going to step to play help defense? They ain't doing ish. Like, let me play this interview, bro. He's like every person
threes they made, but good team.
There was a I'm sure you heard about it. There was a local radio guy who said that after Monday's game, you went to management and demanded a trade. I was wondering what your response to that was.
Who said it?
Dave Carton at WFAN.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not true, bro. It's just not true. It's as simple as that, bro. It's just not true at all.
I know you said a few maybe months ago that you want to be here long term.
If it ain't come from me, it ain't true.
How committed are you still to?
My answer ain't changing, bro.
I guess this season obviously hasn't gone the way anybody has wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the middle of it. Do you see things where change things in the offseason and you guys can get back to kind of competing the way you competed last year?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Everything's a lesson. And, you you learn from experiences like these and just keep moving forward.
What is he learning? Is Randle a better defender? No. Does he set his teammates up better? No. What are we learning from? It's like this the whole season. If Randle doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's not scoring. He hasn't gotten better since last season. In what regards? What are we learning from? IQ's on the bench with an iPad. Here's how dumb Randle is. He's allowing young players who you could argue are not as talented as he is to gain leadership positions on the team. You can't even read the room right, my G. RJ Barrett came out, and I'm pretty sure he allowed it to come out, that he texted Drew Hanlon to say, yo, I'm going to take it over. This is my team. Because they don't respect you to be like, you know what? Let me chill out, bro. You let me know on any other team where the head guy, where Chris Middleton is like, yo, it's time for me to take over. You know what I'm saying, man? Yo, I had a dream. You know what I'm saying, man? I got to take over. Who says that? IQ's on the bench with the iPad. And look, IQ's my son. But he was goosing up that moment. He knows that the cameras be watching with the iPad and all that stuff. And I'm not saying he's not sitting there learning from game. He is. He's a teacher's pet. But he knows that even his good deeds are being seen by everybody. They got two guys who are looking to move you out the leadership role, bro. And it's going to become apparent. If guys like Cam Reddish, a guy that people call a little bit mercurial and, you know, he's sometimes not invested, whatever. If he buys into the system, if all these other guys are buying into the system, it's not long before RJ Barrett starts saying, hey, coach, or even organization, you guys want to so-called pay me this money? Or even if you want to pay me less than the rookie, the max for extension for outside the rookie deal. To say, you know what, look, I'll take less, but you got to get Randle out of here. Or Randle got to be a bit player. Randle got to play 25 minutes. Like, you guys saw, you have to have a move to get him out of here because I'm not investing my years to be around this guy when he doesn't fit the team. And RJ's that guy. So keep playing, keep moving around. He's well, I don't say RJ's a made man. He ain't a made man yet. But keep playing around. Because guys got to be signed, and you have a foundational player. That's the thing about it. You have another guy that you could build around, where you could say, hey, we could pivot away from you. We didn't have that during the Melo years. So as good as Melo was, in many ways he was much maligned, he didn't have anybody to really challenge him. To say, you know, we're going to pivot away from Melo. This is some BS. In Phil Jackson's view. Keep playing around, Randle. You're messing up for yourself. Let me play the rest of this interview.
We've seen different moments from you that look like moments of frustration. In the last game, there was the walk off the court that kind of made the rounds. You know what I'm talking about? Right?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until y'all made it one.
Yeah.
Not you? I appreciate that, bro.
I appreciate it. Are we making too big of a deal or something like
Probably.
that?
I mean, but that's what y'all do, man. It's all good. I understand. Yo, come with the territory, bro.
You know what I hate about people like this, bro? They always make themselves yo, son. Oh, son, this dude, he's making himself you know what you did? You tell me. In what space do you take a ball, turn your back, and throw it away after a win? You know, after a win, everybody wants to shake hands and be like, yo, son, you know, let me just come over real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about about life. Let me tell you about the league real quick. Because I won. But when they lose, they I want to try that. But when they win, yo, little cuz, man, let me talk to you real quick. You know what I'm saying, man? You're going to be something big in the league. You know what I'm saying? I know I just mollywopped you. I scored 46 points, and y'all lost by 25. But you know what, little kid, man? You got next, man. You got the juice. You know what I'm saying? That's what all these players do, bro. After when your man Julius Randle throws a ball, like, son, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Now he's trying to say, oh, we try to make it a bigger thing. My guy, you the only one that acted like y'all lost. You the only one. During the Heat game, now a few times you did clap for RJ and whatnot, but you left before everybody. Yo, bro, you left before the game. Yo, son, you left before everybody's sitting there celebrating. No one missed a step. That's the thing. You don't even read the room, my guy. But he's one of those dudes. I'm not trying to diagnose no mental illness. I ain't doing none of that. But he's one of those guys, he tries to make himself a victim. You know those people? It's like they'll go outside. They will literally go into Blood neighborhood wearing all blue. They'll be out there crip walking. They're not even a crip. And even the Bloods, they'll be like, all right, bro. Come on, son. Like, yo, can you just keep it moving? And then one dude says, you know, I had enough of it. Smack. I can't even do it. Smack. Hit. Clocks their jaw. Oh. I'm a victim. That's Julius Randle. You playing mind game. Like, what did your teammates do to you? They all vie for you to get out. I wonder why. And I gotta do my own research. I want to read about what other guys may have said about Julius Randle. I don't see anything on clutch points. I don't see anything about Julius Randle was this type of way on the Lakers or the Pelicans or nothing. It's like when he came to New York, he just, I don't know. So let me play the rest of this interview.
It did look last year, Julius, like you had a great relationship with the city and the fan base. This year, it does, from the outside looking in, it does look a little strained. Would you at least agree with that assessment? And if so, why is it different?
Probably something you should ask yourself, man. I'm not really sure.
You don't agree with that?
I mean, I'm cool, bro. Like I said, my goal and you know what I work hard for is to make the city proud, to make the fans proud. You know, I play for my teammates, play for my family, and it's as simple as that, bro. Like it's nothing more than that. So from the inside looking out, you know, it is what it is. You know, and I understand that a lot of times you got to just kind of let your game do the talking and go from there. But like I said, man, I love the city. I love my family loves it here, and you know, I'm a Knick. That's what I love. I love being a Knick. So.
Nah, dogs. And you meant to say the outside looking in, not the inside looking out, because you're the one that's inside looking out. You don't play for your teammates. You and RJ Barrett should be a tandem. How you have two physical downhill players not running pick and roll ad nauseum? You tell me. Every other so-called dude, even CJ McCollum and Dame Lillard, when they play together, who ran each other's way, had better chemistry than you and RJ have. Y'all don't have no chemistry whatsoever. Please, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Your man Julius Randle and RJ Barrett for a two-man combination in his league have a minus 4.1 in assist when they're both on the court together. Or those two guys, when they're just analyzing those two guys. Minus 3.9 points per 100 possessions. So what chemistry do y'all have? What chemistry do y'all have with your teammates? What's this guy talk like? Yo, son, this dude, like, he just says. Now, granted, look, these guys say stuff. They say coach speak, they say player speak, right? But it's like, I gotta look at this one because it's like, yo, bro, like, you're not even clever. Like, what you're saying is just asinine, bro. Like, what you be saying be asinine, son. Like, you said I gotta let my play do the talking. Well, your play is not indicative of somebody who wants to be here. It's not somebody who's trying to make his team better or playing for his team or playing for his coach or nothing. The same coach that backs you up. You out there embarrassing him. You in a timeout standing up. Kenny Payne's telling you to chill. Yo, chill, just stay. You push him off like an idiot. Somebody, let me chill. So I'm not preaching no violence. There should be no violence out there. I'm just surprised someone hasn't fought this dude yet. Like, yo, bro, what's wrong with you, son? You doing too much now. You doing a little bit too much. And it ain't helping us. Let me play the rest of this stupid interview, bro. Let me say salute to everybody in the chat, man. Please, again, go to manscaped.com. Be a man. And escape your manhood. Pause. That doesn't make sense. Use Legion 20. Get 20% off the performance package. Nose trimmer. Nad trimmer. As well as a spray and a lotion to make sure you're lathered up and smelling good, man. Some of you guys are going to Bed Bath & Beyond with your girl or your wife. Oh my gosh, I want to get the lavender. No. Why would I want to smell like lavender? You should smell like lavender. I don't want to smell like lavender. I want to smell like a man. For my dudes who used to use Brute deodorant back in the day, man. Salute, man. That was a first grade deodorant back in the day. Leave your freaking underarms caked the F up in yellow. But one of the best deodorants out there, man. Made you smell like a man and you dry. So you want to smell like a man? If you want to complete that legacy, go to manscaped.com, use Legion 20, man. And make sure you scrape it a little bit, man. You can do designs and stuff. I don't care what you do, bro. But make sure it's not looking like a jungle out there, man. It's not looking like the freaking Serengeti. Take care of yourself by going to manscaped.com, use Legion 20, man. Stop playing around. Get 20% off the performance package as well as free shipping and handling. What you talking about, boy? Let me see. Scrape your man. Doesn't even make sense. Bed Bath & Beyond. Watch, yo, C-Mac. By the way, let me chill. Bed Bath & Body. Well, I said Bed Bath & Beyond, my bad. Bed Bath & Body, whatever. Let me think. So Nass's here. Randall's telling him get out of here. I don't want to talk about the Randall trade scenarios, bro. I'm tired of this. I don't want to talk about Ethan. Salute my guy. You hit them like, subscribe to the channel, man. Please, 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 please. I'm here to talk about Randall when I want to get to freaking draft prospects, bro. I really do not want to talk about this guy. Hopefully it's the last time I really spend that much on this guy. Yo, I got 107 people watching. I appreciate it. I got 67 likes. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel, man. Again, I apologize to you guys. I've been busy with work. That's why I had to push this weekly, bro. I would do a show every freaking day if I could, man. It's just time willing. My job's kicking me my whatever. So please hit like, subscribe to the channel. Suit to Kid Lamar says, how old am I? Don't worry about it. So I can still body slam you. D Public Enemy #1 says, Gimmer, you're an Axeman with Lumberjacks. Hell no. Yo, son, I used to do axe bombs in college. Hell no. I hated axe, bro. The Game of Life. Salute. Mets 2 and 28. Salute. Still Knicks fan. Please go subscribe to my brothers Ron and John are still Knicks fans, man. Those guys doing the Lord's work, man. Covering these bum-ass Knicks in the industry as well. Oh, the NBA, excuse me. I said the industry. This is my guys, Chris B, Elijah Lies. And we're about to be done with this interview. I want to stop talking about this dude. I don't want to talk about Trace now. I don't really give a damn.
By the time you get to where you are probably used to hearing cheers, boos. But is it hard sometimes? I know your family is always there, front court, center, right there. Is it hard to know that they're there and hear that when it's not?
I mean, that's probably where most of my frustration comes from. I got my 5-year-old son that's there and is obsessed with the game of basketball and loves the game of basketball, and he doesn't understand what's going on. And, that was probably my biggest frustration, coming from him. The time that I sacrificed from him to put into this game. And, he's daddy's little boy. He loves his dad. So for him to experience that and, him being uncomfortable and, having to leave the games and stuff like that. As a father, that's what bothered me more than anything. But, at the same time, you got to understand it comes with the territory. At the end of the day, the narrative can always, flip. So I understand that. I understand it's New York City. I understand that's just what comes with it. And I understand how passionate our fans are. So you just kind of got to live with the good and the bad.
Is that different? You played in a major market in LA. Is it different here?
It's a lot different than LA. And, some of it may be because of recent success. LA's recently won a championship and stuff like that. But that was part of my challenge to come here. I want to see a city and this organization win a championship. So, it's fun. I'm built for it, bro.
I remember last year.
Now, let me be very careful because I'm not a father. And I ain't telling nobody how to raise their kids, man. As long as you're not abusing them, starving them, or beating them up, who am I to tell you how to I can't tell you how to. I will never tell anybody how to raise their kids. But one thing you got to do, get your freaking kid off of social media. Please. I don't need to see little Kaiden every time you guys lose crying his heart out. It is unnecessary. Y'all putting more strain on him than we are, for the most part, the normal people. I can't account for the degenerates out there who are going to make fun of your son, or I've seen one idiot talk about, where they live at and where they stay at. These are the people that are online, bro. I can't stop them. But you got your son out there, and I'm not attacking you or your wife, but your son is out there on social media. Now, when it was going on last season, oh, yeah, whatever. But I said this last season, I said, yo, bro, he is on too much. Please get him off social media because when it goes bad, these ravenous fans, bro, you got Knicks fans who live, they don't care if they have to, if you say, yo, the Knicks can win a championship tomorrow, but I gotta kill somebody. They will kill somebody to see a Knicks championship. They will maim and mutilate somebody to see a Knicks championship. You got a lot of people, their lives ain't about ish. And the only thing they got is rooting for a sports team. I'm not even talking about Knicks. I'm just talking about a sports team in general. So they don't care about disrespecting you or your kid, bro. They don't care about putting out your address out there. They don't care about stalking you. And some of these same fans, when they see you, they'll, behind your back, they freaking dox you. Yo, bro, you got to get your kid off of social media. I don't need to see him crying, bro. That's between y'all. And you don't even, I'm not trying to speak for Kyden, but y'all don't even know how he's going to react when he gets old. Like, yo, why were y'all recording this? So please, I'm begging y'all. Again, I ain't trying to raise y'all, but if you don't want to see the negative energy, please take your son off social media. And Randle, if put like this, how can I put it? Because I ain't trying to tell you how to teach your kid or whatever, raise your kid. Your attitude on the court is not becoming of a leader of a basketball team. And a microcosmic way of saying not a leader of, I guess, I ain't saying not a leader of your home. I don't want to go there, right? But how do you think that looks when Kyden's seeing that, right? Because let's be honest, there are a bunch of guys who came to New York, they have sons, and their fathers may have had 1 or 2 good years and they fell off. I don't know how the kids have been treated, but I don't think they had as much of a spotlight as your son has had, right? And the vast majority of people, even if you were putting up 20-some points, whatever, and you giving good effort, whatever, Knicks were losing, your son would probably still be good. But it's the way you're acting. I don't mind the thumbs down. I allow, if you want to react like that to the crowd, like, I love that type of stuff. Because New York fans, they could get it too, bro. So I'm not against that. But everything else in terms of the way you act on the court, like the petulant, childish ways, not setting up your team, like visibly not working to the benefit of your teammates. I'm just saying that type of stuff, people may look at it and say, hey, is that being I'm just saying, man. So it's not about, don't put it on the fans or I tell the fan. No, the fans loved you. There are fans that loved you. Ask Ralph, shoot to Ralph Diaz. He loved you here in your first year when you weren't that good under Fizdale. But it's how you act on the court. Forget thumbs down, bro. How you act with your own teammates. Your teammates don't even look like they want to play with you. Fournier, when you're trying to fight against Gobert, who did nothing against you. Nothing. And I've seen where Gobert has done stuff to try to, and I would say fight but agitate players, like little dirty things here and there, trick players and that stuff. He wasn't doing any of that to you, bro. And you want to fight him. And that thing, Fournier was looking like, at first he's trying to stop, he's like, whatever. Then you pushing off Obi. Said, like, what's wrong with you, bro? So I'm just saying, if you talk, again, I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your son, bro, but I would never do that. But I'm just saying, you put a lot of pressure on him with the way you're acting. It's not necessarily how you're playing per se, and even that could be a much more improved. But how you act on the court, I guess within the play, it's just not, it's not good, bro. It's not good. It doesn't deserve any excuse. And I ain't saying your son should never get anything from anybody regarding your play. If somebody's out there threatening your son or talking about where you live, which is some punk A-ish, some loser type ish, it should be dealt with. But I can't police degenerates, my guy. So the best thing just take your son off social media. You're rich. You can have a life. Like, you do not need to be on social media. Kendra, God bless you. I'm not talking nothing about you. I ain't talking all that stuff. God bless you. But please, take your son off social media. You were on Twitter maybe a few weeks ago complaining about how people are treating you. Or treating you and your family. You want to go back and forth with the smoke. So you can't sit there and start crying when it happens, bro. Ma'am, I'm saying, bro, ma'am, you can't. You can't throw rocks when you live in a glass house, because if you live in a glass house, you better watch your mouth, because I'll break your face. Son, the going is me, dog. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, classic album. Let's get to the rest of it. I just want to finish this.
In March, you wrote that Players Tribune story about how your son mimics what you do.
He mimic everybody now.
Is that still something you think about when you're playing?
Yeah, I mean, you do, but in the heat of the moment, sometimes things happen, and you got to reevaluate stuff. But like I said, man, he loves his dad, so he's riding with me, good and bad.
Not random, but you ever ask anybody else who's played here about playing here? Like a guy like Carmelo who's been through it. You were talking to somebody who was here before you about just being in the middle of it, or no?
No, man, I lean on my family.
All right. Thank God that interview is done, bro. I don't really care about this dude anymore, son. He bugs me the F out. So let's get through these damn slides, bro. That's crazy. The city was given to you. You can't. So we're looking at Julius Randle's contract, man. We're talking about guys that we could trade him for, bro. I did the whole you know what I don't like about Fanspo, bro? It makes the trades are way too easy. So I'm gonna talk about a few of these trades. I was gonna do the whole Fanspo thing, but some of these trades are way too easy. It doesn't include like current context of like, what the team would want, what the front office would desire. Even report. They don't incorporate any of that. Like, they've been looking for a first, so they're gonna trade this guy, blah blah blah. Like they don't. It could be a little bit more nuanced. I know people hate me using that word. I don't give a damn. But they could use a little bit more nuance in terms of how they set up trades. It's just way too easy to sub some of these trades, and some of these trades you put through are not realistic. So again, look at his contract, 117 million. I think 29. Is it? No, it's not average of 29. My bad. Oh, but it's I think 117 million or something like that for 4 years. He has to have a 15% trade kicker. That comes in if he's traded. 2025 player option. He does have incentive 75 games played, which he had this season. All-star roster, which he didn't have this season. And then obviously All-NBA defense first or second. He's never going to see that. But just looking at his contract, again, it's not the most atrocious, but there are some teams out there that he could be considered. Now, Lakers Russell Westbrook is definitely one. I did a trade on again. I don't like Fanspo because I did a trade on Fanspo. And it made it way too easy to trade Westbrook. Now Westbrook has 1 more year in his contract. He has a player option, but he's basically out on that team. They're looking to move on from him. He just does not fit. The Lakers can't space the floor. Him and LeBron don't have the greatest of chemistries. It's just not working. But a trade they allowed me to do, and I still don't agree with this, was that they allowed me to trade Russell Westbrook and his $47 million dollar contract, and obviously has a player option next season, for Kemba Walker, Nolan Zawell, Julius Randle, and Luka Samanic. Even though I could have sworn Luka Samanic was released, but Luka Samanic's only making $1.5 million. Now the Lakers, they're gonna want a first rounder. They would want a first rounder because I believe they don't have any first rounders this season. Lakers picks assets. I believe they're kind of drained. In terms of first rounders. So 2022 for first rounders. They said pick. Well, hold on, let me get to a better one. Hold on. I think they do have that pick. I might be wrong. Lakers Nation. 2022. They own it if the pick is not conveyed to the Pelicans and it's owned by them. But I think right now, because they're doing so bad, I think they actually do get that first rounder this season. 2022 Lakers draft picks. The Pelicans have the right to swap it because of the Anthony Davis trade. They own the second round, 2024, owned by the Pelicans, and have the rights to receive the 2025 pick instead because of the Anthony Davis draft. So they do have some swaps in there, but they probably want to reload for the future because this LeBron James thing is not working. The Westbrook thing is not working. With LeBron James, 80s, injury prone. They really don't have any really good young players. I know they like that kid, Austin Reeves, but he's not that talented of a player. He's a solid role player. THT ain't it. They really don't really have any solid young guys to build around. So when LeBron James, again, if he's looking up to kind of move on from that team, man, because it's just not working, they want some young assets. So you might have to put in a first in there, and I'm not sure I want to give up a first, especially with this team. This team is not done building up its young core to the point of giving up assets just a trade to get Randle out of here. I think Westbrook here for a year would help stunt the growth of these players again. Westbrook he's a low IQ player. He's a head case. If you take him off the bench, that's one thing, but unless you make it a 3-team trade or something like that, have a buyout with him, your man Russell Westbrook, nah, bro. I can't see him. For the people that think Russell Westbrook is good, I don't know what the hell y'all be smoking, some hashish, crack. I don't know what it is, man, but that's tough, man. New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williamson is one. I did do another trade, but it makes it way too easy. Now, here's trade scenario for Zion Williamson. I don't think this one works whatsoever. I think you have to give up a lot more because the Pelicans are also trying to rebuild. They know what they have. They know that Zion Williamson, that he's a name. He'll be a draw if healthy. which he hasn't been. And someone put up a good Twitter or tweet. It was like 2015, 17, 19 draft picks played like no games this season or so, or like not no games, but like a minimal amount of games. Something crazy. I forgot exactly. I'm forgetting exactly which picks it was, but it was something bad. So Zion Williamson, they allowed me to trade Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, and Emmanuel Quickly, 2024 first round pick, 2022 first round pick, for Willie Herman Gomez, Jared Harper, who we used to have before, and Zion Williamson. I think you probably have to give him a little bit more because look, if they're gonna move from Zion Williamson, who's a name, you probably have to give some swaps. Probably have to give him another first round pick. That's just how it is. Especially if you're feeding to get a guy like Zion. I really hope the Knicks are not trying to create what happened at Duke. Duke didn't even win. They lost to Michigan State. Like, they didn't even win that year. And Cam Reddish wasn't even like a prime player. He was like an ancillary three-point shooter on that team. So I really hope they're not trying to recreate it. But Zion Williamson here, bro, not a good defender. He has excellent footwork for his size. Can play down low. He's not a good shooter, not a defender whatsoever. They tried to play him at point. Remember that year where Lonzo was hurt? It was Lonzo, Zion. Zion came back from injury. They took the ball out of Lonzo's hands. The offense started to suffer, even though I don't think Lonzo's a good point guard. But the offense started to go down, and it was basically the Ingram and Zion show, and it didn't work. Like, it wasn't leading to any success or much success. I think they were like right below 500, something like that. I think I'm forgetting exact record when it came back. So please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably dead wrong in terms of the actual record, but it wasn't impactful basketball. So I'm good on Zion. It sucks because again, I want to get this front office, bro. And think about it, this front office. Watch out for them to try to look for a name, bro, to get to appease this fan base, or to make it seem as if this is it. Now, look, people say, oh, flexibility, and they want to work through the draft. Again, I still think their draft could have been better, especially given the needs that they've had, but it is what it is. Grimes is a solid 3-and-D player. It is what it is. Your man, Sims is also doing really well. Late second rounder. McBride is finding his way. And Rokas Jokubaitis. I had an argument with some guy on Twitter. I'm forgetting his name right now. Some Turkish dude. And he was saying that Rokas Jokubaitis, what he's doing in the media is trying to essentially, this is a side note, by the way, trying to essentially negotiate with the team to try to get him to get off the team. Basically trying to say he'll stay here with Barcelona and that he won't come to the NBA. But in my head, it's like, well, the team that drafted you, they know that they have to pay, that they would have to pay, I think, $750. I think it goes up $50,000 every year that you stay overseas for the breakage fee with the other team. So I'm like, who's he negotiating with? The Knicks, they already know what they have to, like, they already know. If you're going to stay over there, it's like, okay, we know that. Is he negotiating against the team? Barcelona? They're like, yeah, we know you're going to stay here. So who's negotiating with? I'm going to hold back. And I think you can only pay a certain amount. So, again, that has to come out of your salary. What do you want the Knicks to pay him more in the second? Pay him more in the in his rookie contract? I don't know. Please, somebody correct me. Because the dude said, I don't know about it. But it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know who he's negotiating with. But, hey, I'll shut up. You know what I mean? But, yeah, let me get back to this damn list. Dallas Mavericks, Jalen Brunson signed and trade. Obviously, that is that is the expected trade because Jalen Brunson's ties to the Knicks via his father, as well as Leon Rose being the former agent, having connection with his father. That is probably the most probable. The Mavericks who lost tonight got mollywopped by the Wizards. Golly. By the way, the Wizards at home have been looking what the hell is with this team, bro? They've been looking dangerous, bro. Shout out to KCP for helping me win for covering his bet. But to make that trade, so you're gonna pay $20 million to Jalen Brunson? You're gonna pay $20 million to Jalen Brunson? Let me ask you this: would you rather have IQ there as your starting point guard? Or would you rather have Jalen Brunson for $20 million? And I like Jalen Brunson, but he ain't no $20 million player. I'm just saying. Now, you get rid of Randle. I think Jalen Brunson, I guess you overpay. He's a competent guard, and I liked him since last season. I think he's getting a little bit exposed this season because there's some injuries here and there, so he had to start some games. Is he a guy that can lead a team? Now, playing in Tom Thibodeau's system, maybe he's a little bit small for Tom Thibodeau's taste. So Smart player, a high IQ player. I'm just not sure if he fits a Tom Thibodeau offensive point. I'm gonna say fits a Tom Thibodeau. I'm not sure if he's worth $20 million, bro. And I want to get rid of Randle because they need a big who can score. Remember, they were trying to trade for John Collins. They're trying to trade KP, but they wanted John Collins to come to the team and kind of be that presence in the paint. You get Randle there, but Randle and Luka? Well, maybe away from New York, Randle will actually be a good teammate, but I can't see Randle and Luka working out well, man. But if you could try to, if Kid could whisper to your man, because remember when KP was there, KP was putting up some numbers with the Mavericks under Jason Kidd. Looked like somewhat of like how he looked with the Knicks in terms of legitimately playing down low, inside out, and then obviously they traded him and he got hurt. Like I think like right before they traded him. But a guy like KP, a guy like Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, I think be solid. I'm not sure he's worth $20 million, but a signing trade is definitely possible. The Washington Wizards with KP actually had a good game tonight too, just like crazy. This guy, he's so annoying because he's a talented, he just can't stay healthy. But him coming back to New York, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I can't see KP come back to New York, man. Especially the way he left it. He had those allegations too, which I'm not going to comment on that. But KP coming back, he'd be injury prone. You have a big empty spot at that position with a huge contract on top of his head. Again, KP being injury prone, he could play inside out. I think he fit his role better than Randle. But KP has how many years left on his contract? 2 more years? 2 more years on his contract? Let me check this out real quick. On Spot Track, yeah, KP has until 2024, and that's a player option in 2023. So you have him here for 2 more years, excuse me. So yeah, 2 more years. I'm not sure that happens again. I don't think James Dolan wants to go back to that. But 2 more years of KP, I ain't gonna lie, bro. 2 more years of KP. If KP wasn't, what he was with the Knicks in terms of how he broke it off with the Knicks, I'd take that over 4 more years of Randle. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now the last one, Atlanta Hawks. Now there's some other guys too. I'm putting this out in other weeklies, but Atlanta Hawks, John Collins, Lou Williams. Now John Collins, again, let me just say from the Atlanta Hawks side, I can't see that happening. I'm not. Maybe Nate McMillan would utilize the big like Randle, where he'd be the number 2 option. But Trae Young loves to use that pick and roll with Capella. Capella, you'd have the same issues with Randle and Capella in terms of one legitimately has to play down low, and Capella be the pick and roll option. Would they switch it up between Randle and Capella run the pick and roll with Trae? Would Randle be okay with a usage rate that's a lot lower, not a lot, but lower than 28%, like 5 points lower than 20? Like 4 points lower than 28%. That's what I'm thinking about from the Hawks, and also think about too. They got Jalen Johnson who's starting to come on a little bit in spurts here and there. So I don't know. Like if you get, I just don't see how they would want. I don't say want a Randle, but would sit there and build around Randle when they have a guy like Jalen Johnson, gives a little bit more speed, gives a little bit of shooting as well too. Yeah, I just, But John Collins on the Knicks, I don't think will be back because Shoot can run the floor, can attack the basket. Now, defensively, he sucks. But Randle does too, and at least John Collins, I think, would try. Now, John Collins' issues with the Hawks that he wants the ball. I think in our system, as long as he plays within the system, he can run pick and roll, even though he's not the most physical to the basket. But he can run the pick and roll. Can pass a little bit. I think he fit the Knicks offense adequately. Now, again, he's getting paid money. He just signed that, was it 4-year, $125 million contract last summer, and he had the Buddy Hield treatment because they're like, we do want to pay this guy when they have Lloyd Pierce there, and then you got Nate McMillan's like, yeah, he's good. So he signed, 5-year deal, 125 million. You have John Collins here to 2026. Lord Jesus, that's more than rent now. Oh, no, man. I don't know if I can do the John Collins trade, man. Let me see what you guys, let me know, you guys, which trades you think would actually work best. If you have some other trades too, let me know. Let me see. I would take John Collins and Knox for Randle knows as well. And second round pick. You want to bring Knox back? John Collins is better Obi. He is a better Obi. But he's a lot more refined than Obi. Collins can play stretch 5 at time with Obi at the 4 spot for minutes. John Collins gets a no from me, dog. Nobody trades away an ascending point guard. I wouldn't expect to get a good one unless he's past his prime in a trade. Cat, I don't see them trading Cat right now. I think what they have with Cat and Anthony Edwards, they think that there might be something there. I don't see Cat being traded now. Mitch getting a 3-year, $51 million deal, and Brunson getting 4 years, $72 million, $18 million a year. He's shooting over 50% as a point guard with 5 games left. He's a good player, man. Is he worth 50? Is he worth? But obviously, you're not saying that he's going to get paid $20 million. $18 million. Let me see. What happened to Luka Vadolza kid? We didn't give him good money to sign. He got a 4-year deal, 1 year only guaranteed. He was just an insurance in case we didn't get the point guard. But Luka Vadolza, and I remember people hyping up Luka Vadolza. Oh my gosh, just because he's European. Julian Translu, he says, "Who's Mark with cried KP?" Oh my gosh, he would have a ceremony, son. He would be throwing flowers and everything. Mason Trill, salute my guy. He's injury prone. Want to leave? What allegations? I ain't gonna talk about that. Look it up. Look at Chris Arzinger's allegations. Let me see. I do not want to overpay Brunson. Too many small guards. Kiana Brion. I know your name is Brian, but I like saying Brion. So IQ says IQ. Thank you. IQ says Brunson's a backup point guard. Says showing them. Damn. Rapper Stone. We need safe options like Cole Anthony. Well, that's another team that's going to be giving up. They got to be looking to trade one of their point guards. That's where you might have to consider giving up one of your first. But we're talking about draft picks. We're talking about draft picks. I predict Rokas will be added to a big trade for a star. He's going to be used as an attractive asset sweetener. I guess so. I just don't see what a lot of people see in Rokas. And I've seen people on Twitter point out all the highlights in Rokas Jokibitis, but y'all ain't breaking down his lowlights too. Because at Efes Andalese game, where everybody's praising him, he had a lot of lowlights. And he was getting shut. He had some problems against Shane Larkin. I'm just saying. And every time Rokas Jokibitis got any space to the basket, it's off of a screen. So I'm just saying, man. I know people like to hype up these Euro guys, but hey. They said people talking Sexton too. Yeah, he's coming off that freaking ACL injury too. Trade Randle for a D Fox type of guard. Who's that? He said Marco Fuchs and Jonathan. I would love Jonathan Isaacs, bro, but he's not healthy. Thank you. Rokas is slow. He's not quick like that, bro. People hype. Yo, dudes on Twitter, bro, man. God bless y'all, man. Suits my guy Danny Lennis. He says, "Do you think Randle goes?" I don't know, bro. Who's trading for Randle? And I had this discussion a while ago, coach, and I kept people like, "Oh, they'll trade Randle." I said, "Okay, who's trading for Randle?" And no one could come up with a legit example, a proper example where it works for both us and them, money wise and on the court wise. Because again, you're trading Randle either be a development piece for your young players, and not a develop, but like a piece to help tutor, mentor, kind of have your young players kind of grow up with, or you're taking them on to be a part of a championship or a playoff contender. That ain't no damn Julius Randle. That's how he acts with these kids now. He don't give a damn about the kids. He said F the kids. I'm only joking. Julian Trey says, Jima, do you see Davidson said if Rokas was on this year's draft, he would go top 10? If Rokas was in this year's draft, let's break this down. And suit to David Zenon, I don't want no beef. But David Zenon, if you trade, okay, let's start up from the top. Your number one pick says Jabari Smith. Is he better than Jabari Smith? No. Is Rokas better than Jaden Ivey? Hell no. Is he better than Paolo Bencher? Hell no. Is he better than Chet Holmgren? Hell no. Is Rokas Jokibitis better than Shaedon Sharpe? Hell no. Is Rokas Jokibitis better than Johnny Davis? Nope. That's 6, right? Is Rokas Jokibitis better than Terry Eason, two-way player for LSU? Could run the floor, defend, move the ball a little bit, shoot a little bit? Nope. Is Rokas Jokibitis better than Jalen Duren? For what Jalen Duren does in the ceiling, even though I don't like Jalen Duren like that, would I put him over? No. Rokas not better than him. No. Because even with Jalen Duren averaged what? 10 and is it 12 and 8? 10 and 8? What the hell he averaged this season? 12 and 8? 10 and 8? 12 and 8. No. Is Rokas Jokibitis, was that 8 guys I counted? Is Rokas Jokibitis better than, let me go to Tankathon real quick just to get a random mock draft. Is Rokas Jokibitis better than AJ Griffin? No. Is he better than Keegan Murray? No. Let me even use guards. Forget those top 10. So I disagree with your man, David Zenon. And I ain't coming at David Zenon. God bless him. Is he better than Ty Washington, Dyson Daniels, or even Alandes Williams? He ain't better than Alandes Williams. Is he better than Ty Washington? Is he better than Dyson Daniels? I don't think he's better than Dyson Daniels. Because Dyson Daniels at least has size on him, pause, and he's still growing as a player. As, like, physically growing. You got to fight me with Ty. I don't think he's better than Ty, who still can play off guard, could defend on a higher level, hit the three-point shot. Even though Rokas could shoot three, he has that weird shot. A little more hesitation than Ty, but it's typically off of screens, resetting defenses where you see that hesitation. I don't think he's a top 10. They said, what is Jalen Duren good? I mean, Jalen Duren's a physical player, could rebound. He's working on a so-called post-up game and his mid-range game. But is he better? Is Rokas better than him? I don't think so, bro. I'm not sure about that. Jovic? No, Jovic is better than him. What are we talking about? He says, why they playing Mad Will Smith? So I haven't really seen Rokas play in Europe, but there's definitely a lot of hype on Twitter. Yeah, bro, Twitter is nasty. Suit to my brother Hard Will. Please subscribe to For Our Love of the Game podcast. My brother's Hard Will, Worldwide L, as well as Project Nerd. Doing anything on For Our Love of the Game podcast. Please go subscribe to my guys. And to my brother Hard Will, man. He had his, I'm not exactly sure, but I know he's on Twitter. And somebody just won a championship. Was it NC State or something like that? But salute to you, bro. God bless. Let me see what you guys saying. Showing Duke versus North Carolina. 2 players from Ark. Bishop. All right, Showing was just talking about that. All right. So, yeah, I just, with this whole Randle thing, I think the trade scenario is going to be tough. I'll try to do a little bit more. I try to do in-depth on Fanspo. We'll have a day where we're talking about on Fanspo and doing these trades. I don't know, son. Because I'm trying to look at it from both angles. Because you know what Knicks fans, what we like to do? We like to look at trades from only our angle. Like, how it benefits us. We never do it from the other team. You know what I mean? So we got to do it from, it has to make sense for both sides. Unless we're overcompensating and just throw them a whole bunch of assets. And that's different. But anybody I could throw you 30. I could go on Fanspo and throw you 31st in a player here and there and get a so-called star, and they'll say, "Oh, success," when it's not realistic. So again, just looking at our draft assets, not recovering. What's the right word? Reviewing our draft assets. 2022 first round pick. 2022 we own the second round pick as well as Charlotte's second round pick. So we have 2 seconds. 2023 we have a few. 2024, y'all know the drill. It is what it is. But I want to start talking about some of these guys who kind of fell off, man. Ty Washington, bro. What did he go, 2 for 11 against St. Peter's? I am not touching Ty Washington with that first pick this season. Hell no. Now, I did say, it's like, I don't want to have make the same mistake that I did with your man Halliburton in terms of looking at his game and seeing more as an off guard versus a lead guard. And Halliburton's worked hard at his game, but Halliburton was in school for, 2-3 years? Ty's 1 year, and he's out. And he struggled after coming back from that injury. But he's not that guy. Severe Wheeler, I wish Justin L was here, but Severe Wheeler was like the main guard at UK. And Ty Washington, he had that one game, I think, against Georgia. He had like 16 assists after Severe Wheeler came out. He has a core awareness, but in terms of separation, I think he struggles. I think in the offense, so you set pick and rolls and whatnot for him, I think he'll flourish, but he's a guy I think needs a little bit more development. I think coming in, he can hit the three, he can defend on a high level. So I think he's going to be a good player. I just do not, St. Peter's ate his food, bro. Was it 2 for 11? 2 for 13? I'm good on Ty, man. Chet Holmgren. Now, everybody is saying this, man. Chet Holmgren. And, yeah, Quickly is better than Ty. Quickly, yeah, it's like Quickly and Ty. It's too many redundancies. I think Quickly is a better playmaker than Ty. They said Ty equals doo-doo. Oh, come on, man. Jason says, I know Legion loves Boke Night. Nah, that's my son, though, but we moved, man. He ain't on the team, bro. He ain't coming there, bro. I'd still try to trade for him, but it is what it is. So the only thing interesting about Roke is that he is confined to a system that he doesn't play as a starter. But what happens if he can play loose in a different system? Play loose? What, is he going to be calling every screen, bro? Go watch him. He calls a screen on every play. He calls a screen on every play. When he has a ball coming down, he has a ball in his hands. I'm not talking about catching drives or catching. When he has a ball in his hands, I put money on 95% of those plays. He's calling for a screen, bro. You show me 10 plays in a game where Rokas Jokubaitis is not asking for a screen, where he's bringing up the ball, he has a ball in his hands. I'm just saying, bro. As a pick and roll guard in that system, I think he'd be okay. I think he'd be straight. I ain't saying he's a bum. I'm just saying he's not as good as some of these people on Twitter do. And I know what y'all do on Twitter. I like to only put up highlights of these players, especially when they're Euro, because I seen the same thing with Vadoza. Vadoza's putting up 3 for 8, 3 for 9 in the Olympics, and people are praising this like it was freaking Michael Jordan. Like stop, dogs. Damn, son. Just because a kid is Euro, oh my gosh, stop. Then they want to say, oh, the American kids, all they do is listen to mixtapes. Man, F out of here, bro. Anyway, Chet Holmgren, man. Chet Holmgren is a weird player, bro. He's going to have to put on weight. I was listening to a Ryan Russillo podcast. It wasn't today. It was like a week or so ago. It came out a week or so ago before the tournament. Or before the tournament, I believe? And he said one NBA exec said, I've never seen an NBA player with a hunchback. That is effed up. But Chet Holmgren, watching that game where Gonzaga got eliminated. 1, he's going to need a guard. 2, he's going to need a big to defend that low. He's need a Jarrett Allen type. I've been saying this. He's gonna struggle a little bit in the NBA creating separation against guys his size, who can move well, right? Playing in the WCC, bro, they played against trash. And as soon as my brother Ethan pointed out when they play something against ranked teams. Now some teams get like Duke, he had 15 points, but go back to that Duke game first half. He struggled against Paolo Banchero, guarding him. Guys are gonna be freaking driving they're gonna be destroying him out there, man. He's just. And when he gets stuck on the perimeter, bro, he's going to have issues. Now, one thing I do believe about Chet is that he'll be a very good shooter to start out. He's going to be a good outside shooter. He's not going to have no problems. He'll be good as a 4. I think, again, you got to put him at the 4. He's not a 5. And you got to put him on a proper regimen. I'm not talking about just putting him on a plane. We just stuffing him with food. You can't. I don't think they said they just be feeding this dude soul food to try to put on some weight on him. And I'm not sure that works. Y'all gotta find another angle or something with that kid, man. But y'all gotta be able to put some weight on him. He has to get stronger in the NBA. I don't think he's gonna be this guy controlling the ball like everybody thinks is gonna be coming in and being this big old point guard. I just don't see that as his game. And what the hell happened to Cade Cunningham tonight? What the hell? Hold up. Cade got hurt? Cade got hurt? Yo, this Jack lost me money. Yo, son, you got to be kidding me, son. Look at this. Chris Paul just got... Hold up. Chris Paul, he got 10 or 11 assists. This is some garbage. The one that... Yo, my son, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta... This is getting me pissed, son. My man Chris Paul could not... Oh, sorry. My man Cade Cunningham did not play. What happened? Trying to get to the box score, but anyway. So Chet, that's another guy. I think he's fallen off a little bit. Keegan Murray had a solid performance, but Keegan Murray to me just some out of his game. He's if you felt to say to the Knicks, bro, you'd have a glut at the position in terms of him, Obi, and Randle. I would rather have Keegan over Randle. I I'd rather have Keegan on the team than those guys, but I think that you could find a better play. Right now we're looking at like in a 12th spot or whatever, according to Tankathon. Yo, this dude freaking Cade Cunningham lost me money. You got to be kidding me. But I think he's a solid player. I'm just not crazy high on him. I think he's going to be a really good offensive player. Could triple threat playing a post hit from the outside. He beat my damn Purdue when they play, or just embarrassed my son Ivy. Not embarrassing, but I would probably try to look elsewhere before Keegan Murray. Now, Kendall Brown, bro, oh my gosh. I had the same concerns about Kendall Brown before. He's an athletic guy, can run the floor, 6'9" forward. But he needs a lot of refinement. He doesn't have much of a game on the outside. They love playing him and Sohan on the outside. Baylor loves that spread system. Him, Sohan, Meyer, like the white dude with the not the mohawk. What is that thing called? Not the shag. What the hell that old school hairstyle is? But he's not an outside guy. He needs a lot of refinement to his game, bro. Kendall Brown. I'm not taking him whatsoever. I think right now he's just an athlete. He's a body. He has to do a lot of work on his shot, his post-up game, some type of mid-range game, creating off the dribble. He just really doesn't have that right now. And then Jalen Duren, I know he's working on his post-up. I know he's working on his mid-range game, but he is a project. And I had the same concerns about him coming into the season, bro. I know him and Chet went at it. And by the way, Chet struggled against your man Jalen Duren. When they played Memphis, that was not pretty. Chet was struggling against your man Duren. Duren didn't have a great game that game either. It's not as Duren showed you anything different. But Duren right now, he's so limited offensively. And you better have, I know we just had Kenny Payne here, even though I don't think Kenny Payne did anything of a great job. But you have a habit development system for developing your bigs, bro. And I just don't see it with Jalen Duren. That's no offense. He could play the pick and roll decently. But his post up, he was 26 for 65 this season, good for 40%. Offensive rebounding, he's solid. Right now, he's just a body, man. Can run the floor. If you're looking for a replacement for Mitch, I get it. But for your first round pick, I don't know, man. I don't know. Mullet, thank you. Kareem Adolphus said Mullet, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, man. He said, yo, SB Toad says, my son Gmo and be the same this year. Oh, son, he's trying to talk trash, son. Damn, son. Justin L. Salute my guy, man. Sohan better than Kendall. Yeah, Sohan is a guy that I want the Knicks to go after. If we're going to end up in that, there's a few, and I'm going to talk about some underrated, some guys I think we can that can be had in the second round. But a few guys that are creeping up right now, just given where the Knicks are going to be. Let me first give props to my son Ethan, because he was on this dude been since. I was like, I don't think he's a top player. I think he's solid. I don't think he's a top 3 player. I still don't think he's a top 3 player. But Jaden Hardy, if the Knicks end up in that 10, 11, 12 position, and Sohan, Terry Eason are going, I'm just saying, bro. Don't let Okai Agbaji fool you guys tomorrow against Villanova. I'm taking Jaden Harvey over Sokai Agbaji. I said Sokai Agbaji. Okai Agbaji any day of the week. Jaden Hardy, I'm taking him. There are a few guys up there, bro. I'm taking them over, you know what I'm saying? But let's get to these underrated guys, man. So first and foremost, let me start off with Alandes Williams of Wake Forest. My guy. These are 5 underrated guys that I think that can be had in the second round. Some of these guys are projecting to be out there in the second round. These are soccer development, 2 guys, projects or sleepers. I think the Knicks should be going after. Again, Alandes Williams, Wake Forest. First ACC player of the year from Wake Forest since my son, was on my original. Why can't I? What the? Yo, son, my computer be acting stupid. First ACC player since Josh Howard to win. Yo, what is wrong with my computer, son? I'm trying to get my script. Whatever. I just read from here, bro. I can't even see this. I'm all blind and everything. But, yeah, my man, Alandes Williams, bro. Purest point guard in the draft, I think. This season, he's averaged 18.5 points, which led the ACC. On 50% shooting from the field, which is dumb. Again, 3-point shooting is his weakest spot. And you see him sometimes hesitate to shoot shots. He's just not confident yet. But y'all know what Tom Thibodeau likes to do, put you in that corner, develop that outside shooting. Now, he doesn't shoot good from the free throw line, and he's older. So you might have some concerns about his shooting. He might be like your man, or my guy, Andre Miller, you know what I'm saying? Be able to shoot from the mid-range of the basket, but from the outside, it's just not that good of a player. But we'll see, man. I think he will be 23 at time of draft. Again, 5.2 assists do not tell the story behind his playmaking. 6.4 total rebounds a game. Again, he's a physical guy. You see him crash. For my ACC fans, y'all know how it is. I'm not a big ACC fan, but I've watched enough of his game to be like, yo, bro, he is not a slouch. He's not this, like he's a good player. Came from 1.2 steals. Again, a guy who loves to use his hands on like he's such a good, solid player. 0.4 blocks a game. Again, some of his attributes for the Knicks: advanced court awareness, playmaker extraordinaire. You see him play with flair, mid-range scorer. Again, he is really good from the mid-range. High degree of confidence. Outside shooting, again, points development, outside shooting, cleanup on turnovers. He led the ACC in turnovers this season. I think about 127 turnovers for the season. Perimeter post-up defense could use some work as well, too. Just to talk about this kid, man, this guy came from a JUCO, played 2 seasons in a JUCO, won first team all North Central Community College Conference his first year in a JUCO. Then his second year, his team won the National Junior College Athletic Association Division II title before moving on to the ACC his sophomore season, before he went to, was it Oklahoma? Or is it Oklahoma? No, his sophomore season, he averaged about 17 points a game, 7.7 rebounds, 5.3 assists, was named the N4C Player of the Year. Transferred to Oklahoma's junior season, averaged about 6 points, 1.9 rebounds. But he just transferred to Wake Forest. Obviously, like I said, was named the ACC Player of the Year. Again, this dude led the ACC in both scoring and assist. Shooting 70% at the rim, which is just stupid. And his impact on Wake Forest. Now, granted, I'm not saying it was him by himself, but Wake Forest went from what the hell? Yo, what is wrong with my computer, son? Hold up. I got all my stats here and it's messing up everything for me. Why are you doing this tonight, bro? Why are you doing this tonight to me, son? Hold up. Oh, I hate my computer, son. Give me 2 seconds, guys. My computer. What the f... What the freak is wrong with my computer? All right. What the hell? All right, we good. So yeah, Wake Forest. Wake Forest this season went from 271st in assists to 29th in all of college. Why is my computer acting slow like this? Holy crap. And a lot of it had to do with Alandes Williams. And he also went from 278th in points scored to 21st in points scored in all of college. Alandes Williams is a playmaker through and through. Like I said, he has to work on his defense. But you talk about mid-range game. You're talking about posting up guys. He has that ability, even though, again, he's not, I wouldn't call him Andre Miller like that. He did go 8 for 15 on all post-ups this season. Isolation, he take his man one-on-one. Y'all see him. He can operate from the top of the key, from the wing, make pass. Like, bro, I love this dude's game, man. I'm a pure point guard type of guy. I'm a CP3 type of guy. And I would love to have a guy like Alandes Williams on the Knicks. Now, it all depends on Tom Thibodeau wants an older player like that. I think that it would be great for the Knicks to take a chance on a guy, especially if he falls to the second round. You're talking about a guy who could play, make, looks for his teammates. Everybody on that team swears by him. They all love him. On Wake Forest, speak really highly of his playmaking, of his confidence. Like, I would love for this guy to be on the Knicks. Obviously, you have your answer, the point guard. He's a little bit old up there, but I think transition would be really easy. He's been around everywhere he's been at outside of Oklahoma. He's shown to be exemplary, not just off the court, but also on the court. Like, the kid is everything you want from a so-called pure point guard. I know he doesn't have the freaking three-point shooting, but yeah, I think Tom Thibodeau put that confidence in him. But yeah, Alandes Williams, man, he's an absolute beast. Let me know what you guys think about Alandes Williams in the chat. Sorry about that. My computer's acting slow for it just glitched for some reason. I don't know what the hell is happening. Let me see what you guys are saying. PDP asking Isaiah Tyler thinks about him. Alandes good mid-range and going to the basket offensively. Yeah, he's shooting 67% at the rim. Brunson, fourth year, shooting 50% every year was great. Just didn't get playing time behind Doncic. Is definitely getting a point guard with the second round. Jason, I got Alandes Williams in the top 20. Okay, still Knicks fan says, I like Alandes Williams. Alandes is really good, but he's got to improve his shooting from the outside. That's the only thing. 28% shooting from three-point shot. He has a weird form a little bit, but F that, bro. If it works on the mid-range, and it's the same thing people will complain about with DeRozan. Yeah, I ain't saying DeRozan. I'm just saying, you give me Alandes Williams, this team already got enough shooters. Or should have enough shooters. I'm just saying, Alandes Williams would be a beast. If he's in that second round, and we haven't gotten a point guard, you're getting Alandes Williams, man. Please. Think about it. They better not Shaden Sharp. Might not make it to 10 or 11. All y'all do is trying to replace RJ in these draft. Huh? Why would I read that? Sherwin M says, I'm not sold after 1 year. What is Sherwin M says? PDP. You talking about somebody else. All right. This guy, Paris Duggan and Sherwin M could never just stay focused on the what's name. He said next GMO. Alandes was the best passer in the draft. Jason M, I agree, bro. I got the career. Every player's come down. That's why it's called career. Guys, what are you guys talking about? Randall? Honestly, the Knicks are in a weird position for the lottery right now, but I'm going to stick with Ty. You dying on that hill, bro. Jason M, I'd rather take Okai over Hardy, but I prefer to trade the pick anyway. I agree with that. Give me DeJounte Murray. Gmo, last 9 games for Ty really dropped it in my estimation after the leg injury was not inspired. He has not been the same since that injury, bro. He's not the same. I don't think he was not fully held. Chet dominated. Huh? Jason M. Can you please repeat what you said, bro? You said Chet dominated Duren. That was Drew Timme's game. I think he had, was it 20, 30 something, 20 something? No, 25? Chet did not dominate Duren, bro. He had 9 points, my G. He was not dominating Duren. Please. In 30 minutes. So I remember watching that game. I didn't watch the whole game. I didn't watch it all the way to the end. He did not dominate Jalen Duren, my guy. He said rewatch the game. Duren had one play on Chet. The rest of the game he didn't do. But your man Chet didn't do anything that whole game, my guy. Did nothing. Said Duren couldn't do it. I didn't say bro. I'm saying Chet didn't do anything on Duren. Duren is still raw as hell. He ain't that good of an offensive player to me by himself, without lobs and finish at clean up at the basket. Let me see. Watch Celtics phone the first one. All right, let me get back to this. You guys are talking about some other stuff. So again, Alandes Williams, that's one of my underrated guys. Keon Ellis. And sue to draftjunkies.com. Sue to Rafael Barlow, who's now taking over for Chad Ford on a big draft board. Your man Keon Ellis, is he Will Barton 2.0? That came from Draft Junkies. That is not from me. Draft Junkies, Rafael Barlow said that he might be Will Barton 2.0. If you agree with him, go and give him the credit. I'm not stealing from nobody. I ain't taking none of his shine. Please go to his channel, support the channel. I did not say this. I'm just using this as a reference because he does have some similarities. Please do not kill me. Thank you. Tinkle says, I'm making a prediction Chet is a bust and probably one of the best players in the draft. I think Paolo might be. I think people sleep a little bit on Paolo. But look at back to him. Keon Ellis, another guy who came up through the JUCO routes. David says he loves Draft Junkies. Yeah, Draft Junkies legit, man. Please go support that brother. But Keon Ellis is another one. Alabama came from, where did he play ball at? And then she played ball at. I'm forgetting the JUCO he played ball at. But he played in it was the best JUCO in the league. And he was the leading scorer at like 14 points a game. Or something like that. Why am I forgetting? Yeah, he played at Florida Southwestern State College. Was the number one scorer and the number one JUCO at the time, playing 33 games as a freshman at Tallahassee CC. In 2019-2020, he posted averages of 14.3 points, 4.5 assists, 3.9 rebounds, 1.1 steal, shot 47.9% from the field, stupid, 40.3% from three, 84.5% from the free throw line, was named the Panhandle Conference. Why did I say Panhandle? Panhandle Conference Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, First Team All-Conference, and FCSS, SAA, NJCAA All-State the following season. And people talk about this guy, Herb Jones, has talked about this guy, talking about how he's he's opened up eyes on Alabama. He had offers after his second JUCO season from NC State, Oregon, Texas, Arizona State, Arkansas, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, Ole Miss, Iowa State, UConn, Wichita State, DePaul, and some other schools as well too. The kid averaged 12.1 points this season, 6.1 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 43.9% from the field, 36.6% from three, 88.1% from the line. So the shooting is there. Again, this kid, wingspan, he's a 6'6" player with a 6'10" wingspan. He will be a little bit older. On the older side, he'll be about 23 years old when he's coming in. Jason M says, Keon Ellis is KCP 2.0, not Will Barton. Okay, all right. And someone else had another comparison that was decent on him. But Keon Ellis, just watching me. I didn't watch all the Alabama games, but the kid can play on both ends. Now, I will say this. I think he was a lot better defensively last season when he had a lesser role on offense. Because you look at him on defense, he bets a lot on defense. He doesn't move with his man as well as he did last season. Last season, he was turning heads on defense. His length was giving problems. And obviously playing with Herb Jones also helped a lot too. But Herb Jones spoke highly of this guy. Herb Jones is like, yo, I'm going to tell you the story. First time I ever played pickup with Keon, I left after the pickup game, called my brother and told him Keon Ellis got it the first time he played. He played like this with this pace. He never got sped up. He knew all the right reads to make. I just loved playing with him. His game, he can shoot from three. He can finish at the rim. I feel like he can guard 1 through 4. He handled it and he passed it. And your man, Justin L, where you at? Why is Justin L fading away, bro? Justin L, why you fading away, my guy? You know what your man Keon Ellis did to UK this season? You know, and did they win did they win the season series? 28 points against UK? Damn, son. Nah, I'm only joking. Keon Ellis is that dude, bro. I like his game a lot. Come to the bench, he could catch and shoot. He could shoot off the dribble. He could attack the basket a little bit. He has a little bit of a little speed to his step. I think in the right system where he's not the so-called, I want to say number one guys. I'm here just listening. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Yeah, yeah. Talk to me about Keon Ellis, man. Give me some color on your man Keon Ellis. You said you might be talking about my father, Trevor McKenzie. Oh, what are we talking about here? Hey, what? Trevor McKenzie, Brendan McKenzie. Do you know? Oh, look, what is Sherwin M? Can you focus on a damn show? What is this? Yo, Sherwin M is bugging out, son. You putting out people's governments and everything. Yo, Lord Jesus, what is this guy? Yo. Anyway, your man Keon Ellis again. Oh my gosh, no, this is the wrong screen. What? Yo, I'm sorry about this, yo. My screen's got all messed up. Yo, this is not the Keon Ellis one. But anyway, that screen I showed you of Keon Ellis, that was for Ousmane Dieng. I got it mixed up with the Keon Ellis one. And my Keon Ellis was probably saved to something else. Ignore that screen that you saw right there. That was all off. That was all messed up. That was... Yo, what the Yo, son, are you serious? Anyway. Oh, my gosh. This is what happens, bro. You work too much, bro. I messed up my slides. I apologize, guys. That's from Ousmane Dieng. All those stats outside of the Will Barton 2.0 thing. I was working on it, and I must have... it saves automatically on Photoshop. Anyway, Keon Ellis is a really good player, really good two-way player. Even though I think his defense suffered a little bit this season. He said when he first came to Alabama, he talked about how he liked to run and gun. And again, his defensive numbers took a dip. Just to give you some numerical color, his first season with Alabama in preventive pick and roll, he ranked in the 71st percentile. His second season, ranked in the 60th percentile. He kept guys to 14 for 40 off the pick and roll. His second season, only 20 for 68, which is still solid. It's actually pretty damn solid. But his first year there, he held guys to a 0.642 points per possession on all pick and roll plays, guarding the ball handler. Spot up shots, he gave a 15 for 55 for 27.3% his first year there, but it got a little bit worse. He gave about 36% on all spot up shoots. His isolation defense his first year, he only allowed 2 for 15, obviously has a small sample size. When he got a little bit more time as one of the primary players on Alabama, he allowed 9 for 19, which is good for 47%. So he kind of fell off. I think again that he was being a little bit, I don't want to say worn out, but being utilized as both on offense and defense, putting the ball in the hand, not in his hands, but being utilized a little bit more on offense. Probably hurt his defense. I think in the NBA, coming off the bench, starting out 10, 15 minutes a game, where he just comes in, hounds. Has hit the three, can attack and slash to the basket. I think he fit a nice role for the Knicks in that second round. Again, we have guys who say get Burks on the team, which I'm not saying get Burks on the team, but if you want to build with some of these younger players, man, I would love to have a guy again who succeeded in all the spots he's been in. JUCO, Alabama. I think understands hard work. I will love him here on this team as a bench guy. But we will see. Again, some of the things about him, he's a little bit passive. He could be a better playmaker on the ball. His pass sometimes he can be a little bit turnover prone. But I think he has all the makings of a solid, like an underrated second round guy. But he's there. Knicks need to draft. Let me see. Can attack, but should attack more. See, again, was how I saw him after his games against us. Yeah, he's a little passive. I hope McBride's another Trey Burke. Oh, damn. I'm glad the draft got all these fake GD wings, fake God wings, because Knicks could slip shade in. He is light, but he can guard 1 through 3, says Justin L. Yep. Jackson Hayes just tackle LeBron. Yeah, I just said, why are you valuing dudes who go outside the lottery? Because we're talking about underrated guys. We have 2 second-round picks. And again, if we don't give up these second-round picks, you have to pick players to fill your system. So we're going to talk about it all, bro. It's not about just... And again, when I start doing these draft videos, when I have time, it's not going to just be on players. I'm trying to build a platform out here, bro. I'm saying just go along with it. Why, man? Let's move on to the next guy, man. Ousmane Dieng is a guy, man. All right, this might be the toughest one, bro. Now, some people call him the 6'10". They call him the French Paul George. I've heard some similarities to KD, mostly because of his height. But Ousmane Dieng from France. I know people don't like the French players, bro. I I like this kid's measurables, bro. They say he's now 6'11". He moves like a guard. He can attack the pick and roll. He's very mobile. Scoring off the pick and roll, like I said, bro, he can pick his spots off of screens shooting wise. But as good of the potential he has a few holes to his game, bro. He has a few holes to his game. Physicality, his coaches talked about it for the New Zealand Breakers. Talked about, and he's upfront about it. He's like, yo, he's having trouble, asserting himself, physical, effort, rebounding. And when you say effort, it's like, I never want a player with bad effort, man. I can't. I need dogs out there. Even if you're not good, I need dogs out there, man. So some quotes from his coach. He said, Ousmane is more for the basketball lover. Everybody who likes basketball sees what we see and also sees what he struggles with. He's struggling physically, and not only with shooting percentages or finishing at the paint, he's struggling with effort plays. Oh! Getting rebounds, drawing a charge, or getting stops. That's not good. He says he needs to grow. His body is young, but here and there, you look at him and you can see enormous potential. We're investing in this guy. We're doing our best to give him opportunities. I'm confident at this point it will come. He will show his passing and finishing ability. He'll be able to use his size. He will probably struggle physically. But it won't be the first thing you see. He needs time for that, and everybody needs to be patient. So, yeah, Ousmane Dieng, and at one point, he was one of the worst when you look at the NBL box plus minus BPM, which, again, I don't like to use too much of the so-called advanced analytics, because you can use different coefficients to, I mean? And it's like people don't have universal calculations or formulations. Basketball Reference would calculate, say, BPM differently than ESPN, who calculate differently from this side. It's like, whatever. But at one time in the league, he was one of the worst defensively in terms of offense and defense. He was at, and I would love to show you this graph, but I can't. It's in my document. He struggled in regards to guarding passing lanes. He struggled with guarding on ball, guarding guards and forwards on the ball. I think he's the tallest guy in the NBL, right? But again, like, let me show you this real quick, bro. Let me show you this real quick, man, because I just watched this kid's game, bro, and I posted this yesterday on Twitter. So please follow me on Twitter, man. Stop letting me out here with these dogs, bro. These guys on Twitter are psychotic, bro. Follow me on Twitter, man. Get my followers up, I guess, if that's how you put it. Let me just show you y'all this clip real quick, bro. He oozes with so much offensive potential. He's annoying, bro. I hate this guy with all my being, because I hate it when you say that effort thing, bro. It hurts my heart. But hold up, give me 2 seconds. Let me display this properly. Shiza. And I'm gonna do a little bit more in depth on each of these guys, man. Time willing. But hold on. Let me just show y'all a few of these plays. I put this on Twitter yesterday. So here's your man Ousmane Dieng. This was against the Cairn Taipans. I can't pronounce it. So this is plays from him. Catch you, drive him to the basket, finishing through traffic. His hairline's effed up. Hand off. This is going to be a three-point catch and shoot. His shot is a little weird because he pulls it low like KD. How KD pulls a little low and then kind of has like a weird side thing, but it aligns at the end. Again, the hands. He has all the measurables, bro. Stupid wingspan at 6'10". They said 6'11" now. This is my favorite one. Stop. Hesitation. Who got him? Whoopsies. Like, yo, oh, crap. I'm not even showing it. My bad, son. Hold on. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Let me show this. I'm a dumbass. All right. So just real quick, man, catch and attack, finishing through traffic. I apologize, guys. I was talking to myself this whole time. I forgot to transition. Hands it off, gets it back for the catch and shoot again. He has that low load up where he flicks it from the side, kind of in a line straight. It's a very weird shot. The snipe still, again, the hands, bro. He has all the freaking talent in the world, bro. Offensively, look at this. At 6'10", look, catch him. Whoopsies! Catch him with the Oe Bopti. Like, moves like a freaking guard, could play from the outside. All the talent is there, and he's falling down to the second round, bro. And this is it. I think that was it. Is that it? Yeah, that's about it. So, bro, like, if he's in a second, and also, too, he had, like, a hand injury, too. So, he's struggling. But since that hand injury, he's been, like, bro, he was starting to come on. They said coming from a wrist injury, Dieng was averaging 16 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 2.3 threes made per game since his hand injury. His last few games, he had 20 points, like I just showed against the Cairns Taipans. I can't pronounce it. 11 points, 5 points, 8 points, and 13, 17, 17. The kid has some talent, bro. If he's in the second round, I would love the Knicks to get one. He's tall. If you look at our team, bro, our big men, outside of, say, Randle, who's 6'8", we don't really have big men with skill. I know people like Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin might be the antithesis of this guy because he's an effort guy. Even though I guess you can't say antithesis because they're both, I would say Obi's more explosive. But, so maybe that's not the greatest comparisons in terms of looking at polar opposites. But we don't have any bigs who are skillful, bro. If this guy gets to, like, say, the Raptors, y'all saying tell me this guy's not going to blossom with the Raptors, a team that loves using bigs, like skillful bigs, with Boucher and Pascal, OG, I know he plays a 2-3. Whatever. You tell me this guy wouldn't flourish with the Raptors, like Nick Nurse wouldn't find a spot for him. If he goes to the freaking OKC Thunder, I'm telling you, Knicks need to start. How can I put it? They need to start looking outside of. Well, Obi Toppin was one thing, and again, I'm not going to kill the Knicks again for their drafts, right? But we need to be a little bit more experimental with some of our draft picks, especially our second round picks. It's you're playing with house money, right? As long as these guys can actually come over, and I know freaking Rokas Jokic. But if you get this guy, bro, I think the Knicks, you start to see him change. And it also will force them. Because if they see that this kid's talented, you have to start building out your developmental programs from the G League. There's a guy who stats in the G League, and you put in all the resources to get him stronger, right? You gotta get the muscle a little bit stronger, build his confidence up, be able to teach him how to finish through contact, right? Attacking on the pick and roll, being used as a big man ball handler, not just a scorer, but also look for others, right? He can also pass, but you want to be a better playmaker. I want that 6'10" baby Paul George. I ain't saying he's it. Let's put some respect in Paul George's name. I would love to have him as that, but we will see with your man Ousmane Dieng. Let me see what you guys are saying about Ousmane Dieng. And sorry about this, guys. I meant to put the Manscaped thing up. Let me see. I should be up there. By the way, I don't even have my freaking next TiVo app working. I'm all over the place, guys. I apologize. I'm about to end the show because I've been on for almost 2 hours. Holy crap. Let me see what you guys saying. Clippers, the Knicks don't think like you, Gmo, says Cully. Mitchell acts stiff. Obi the energy guy. But if Dieng brings it every night, I'm all for it. Don't let another team get him. And we don't. Let me see. I agree. I'll be okay. But she want that long. What the hell? What the hell, you guys? So good to see the fam in the chat. That's why I love the weeklies. What the hell are you guys talking about? Cooking with Chef Zay. She wants that last. All right. Let me shut up. I'm trying to see what you guys saying about it. Jason says Dieng should stay in Australia for another season. Enter 2023 drafts. He's not ready, but he's gonna fall down way low in 2023 draft unless he shows a development. So that's gonna be a bet on him. But if he's in that second round, bro, if he's in that second round, I'm going after him and I'm stashing the G League, bro. That'll be my pet project. And Knicks need to start looking at teams like OKC and the Raptors and see how they develop their. Well, let me see the Raptors how they develop their bigs. Just have to invest. GM is struggling with everything. Honestly, be able for him to wait next year. I'm reading backwards anyway. Wait, Graham, is that hat with the logo? That joint's crazy. Yeah. That's my hat with the logo, guys. I'm gonna produce some more hats, man. But definitely. Oh, yo, Silver Surfer, chill out, bro. Y'all already know my son. Yo, chill out, man. Y'all already know my body. What you talking about, man? Y'all already know my body. Come on, son. What are we talking about? What are you talking about, son? Y'all don't disrespect me like that, bro. Y'all already know who I got up there, son. Bryce mother effing McGowens. What are you talking about, bro? What you talking about, son? Nebraska's finest, 5-star recruit Nebraska. Brought his brother to come over from Pitt. What are you talking about, bro? Was the school's first 5-star player, by the way, which is crazy. Got his weight up from 160 to 182.5, building up the muscle. Say he was working out 5 days a week. Like, what are you talking about here, bro? When you talk about being a playmaker, I feel like being a playmaker is a major part of basketball, even though you didn't show it as much as you wanted this season, right? I still think that Bryce McGowens is a natural two. I don't think he's a. I think he'd be a playmaking two versus a big old one, right? He only averaged 1.4 assists this season, 4.2 rebounds, 16.8 points a game. He only shot 40.3% from the field, 27% from three. So again, he is not a finished product by any stretch of imagination, but the talent is there. Your man Bryce McGowens against Penn State, he had like 20-something. Against Ohio State, had 20-something. Last game, he only had like 6 points. But he's a guy who could put up points up, bro. He could tag to the basket. He could shoot. And I think that this season he was kind of forcing it because he has the greatest of teammates, right? know his brother's playing up there, but they don't have much talent on that team, bro. So I think he tried to do a little bit too much. If he's in the second round, which I doubt at this point, 'cause I've seen him, I'm starting to see mocks of him in the first round, bro. I don't like it. But if he's in that second round, bro, and Knicks have a pick, they better look long and hard. Pause. That's your man Bryce. He might be the first player picked in the second round if he lasts there. Right? McGowens posted 11 games of at least 20 points, including season high 29 points against Sam Houston and Rutgers. Right? Down the stretch, he averaged 19.8 points a game in the last 12 games of the season. And then he came out with an injury, right? He was an 8-time Big Ten freshman of the week, including 5 of his last 6 for the season. He set freshman marks for high season average at 16.8 points. Actual points at 522, free throws made and attempted, and ranked in the top 10 in field goals at 160, which put him at the second place. Rebounds at 161, which put him in 4th place. And 3-pointers which, at 40, which put him in 6th place. And he was 9th in the Big Ten in scoring this past season. And again, being a leader in free throws, like I said, free throws attempted, free throw percentage, minutes, where he was 13th. Free throw percentage, he was 3rd. Free throws attempted, he was 6th. I'm telling you, bro, don't sleep with my son, Bryce McGowens. Please. Please, if he's there in the second, you go and get him. And his usage rate was... it was high, 27.2%. I thought it was lower for some reason. And also, he played under Fred Hoiberg. Fred Hoiberg also switched from like a more running gun pace, which probably fits freshmen a little bit better, which is not necessarily a good thing, to more of a slower pace. But he had guys out there chucking the basketball, bro, because it allows him a lot of autonomy. That's why there are games where you see Bryce McGowens forcing bad shots, putting up bad efficiencies in certain games, right? Fred Hoiberg, is Fred Hoiberg a good coach? You think? Let me chill on that, bro. They had guys like Alonzo Verge getting benched throughout the season for just bad decision making. Again, a lot of these young kids, man, if you're not recruiting high IQ kids or hardworking kids, bro, to play in a more slow paced half court system, bro, it's gonna falter a lot. So I think that's what that may have been kind of putting a damper on Bryce McGowan's stock. But the kid is, bro, he's a talent, and the Knicks need talent. Look, Grimes is solid. McBride. Yeah, I know that's my son, but we need to start getting guys who could be playmakers, guys who could beat their guys one-on-one. Again, instinctive shot creator, free throw rate. Right, we look at his free throw percentage this season. Like, it's like, all right, it's the outside percentages, even from the field in terms of shooting, is going to fall because the shot form is there. Typically, your free throw percentage is an indicator of your ability to be able to hit, right? So I think he's going to be fine in the long run, right? Get him in the system. We could play on and off the ball, could play in the corner, hit the easier three. Could play on the ball, operating a pick and roll, kicking out to the open guy, making a decision to trap his defender on the hip. You know what I'm saying? And he's explode. He can explode to the basket, good measurables. Even though I will say this, he is 6'7" with like a 6'9" wingspan. You would like the wingspan to be a little bit longer, pause. You know what I mean? So he could be that plus defender, or he could be that annoying plus defender, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I still think he'd be an adequate player on defense. But again, he has to add a little bit more muscle. He's at around 182 right now, 6'7", 6'6", 6'7". Might still be even growing a little bit. And again, decision-making outside shooting. But I think within the system where he has a little bit more talent and an actual coach. No offense to Fred Hoiberg, but he's not a good coach. That you might have a gem in a guy like Bryce McGowens. And I'm telling you, don't be surprised if you look up and it's like, oh, crap. Yo, Bryce McGowens went in the second. Yo, what happened? I'm just saying, dogs. So let me see what you guys think about Bryce McGowens, man. Yeah, he's a scorer that tried to pass. Malachi Smith from Chattanooga is not being talked about enough. He's better than most of the shooting guards in this draft. Let's talk Knicks. Funny how Gmo's takes not debated. Grimes not your son. Nah, he's not my son. But he's doing good. He was solid before he got hurt. I don't hate on people, bro. He said, only real certified gangsters allowed in Nebraska. Run tell your mammy. Golly, what is happening? Lord Jesus Christ, what is happening here? Yo, this is my guy Savvy, man. Holy crap. Jason, I got to watch more. Bryce McGowens was a fan of what I saw early. Exactly, Jason. Watching Bryce early on, you would not be a fan of him. But watch, like I said, his last 12 games, bro, he was solid as hell, bro. Please. Yo, there are 114 watching. Yo, hit them likes, man. On a Friday, yo, hit them likes, please. Gim, I want that hat. Stop playing. I'm going to produce more of these hats, bro. I'll probably work on it tonight. I got to also set up the show for tomorrow, but I'm going to work on it tonight, bro. He's better than RJ. Look at Paris Duggar, man. Look at this. Look at this. Sicko, man. This guy's a sicko. Paris Duggar, you're a sick man. But anyway, let me see. I need to watch more late on Bryce. No problem, man. We got a lot of time, man. Hopefully I do a video on him. And my last one is Blake Wesley. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of Blake Wesley coming out, but you watch a little bit more and more of his game. He's a solid player. Like, he's not like, okay, how can I put it? He's solid in space. I don't think he's the most solid on the ball. But he was a freshman this season. But Notre Dame, bro, they really don't. He had the most double-digit scoring games since Troy Murphy. I remember Troy Murphy shooting with the Golden State Warriors. I don't know why I like that Golden State Warriors team. Him, Mikal Petraeus, they were trash. I don't know why I thought they would actually be okay. But anyway. And again, he did earn ACC Rookie of the Year 3 times. But his percentages were relatively poor, right? He shot around 66% from the foul line, 40% from the field, 30% from 3. So people are like, why do you like him, bro? He is a natural shot creator. Now, it's interesting because you look at him as like, because somebody argued me about when I put up my big draft board, right? And I was talking about your man Malachi Branham. He's like, oh, stupid videos. He thought I put Malachi Branham a little bit lower. Now, Malachi Branham is efficient. He's a natural shot creator. He's just not crazy explosive. But someone compared him to Chris Middleton. I think it was actually Raphael Barlow from Draft Junkies compared him to, which is kind of lofty. But if you Chris Middleton coming in wasn't what he is now, so great, fair enough. But your man Blake Wesley, it's something about his game, man. He did struggle in the postseason, right? He shot like 32%, was 0 for 11 from threes, 10 turnovers in the ACC. Lost to the when they played in a tournament versus Virginia. So I mean I get it. But when you look at his game, you see all the tools there. Could drive to the basket, could shoot off the dribble. I wouldn't call him, can he? He's such a damn question mark, bro. Can he make? He can make passes, right? But he needs discipline. Notre Dame don't really got that. So that's another guy. If he's in the second round, now I'm seeing him in first round mock drafts. I see him in the first round. I think it was not Wasserman. Who did I just see the other day? I forgot whose list I was looking at. But I see him in the first round. So he is drawing some attention. But the talent is there, bro. He can attack the basket. Even though he's not a great finisher of the basket, I believe he's shooting like 50. Is it 50 or 40? 50 or 40 something at the basket this season? Hold on, let me check. Oh, my computer. Why me? I'm forgetting what he shot. I want to say 50 something. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Blake Wesley shot. Shiza. Yeah. Oh, sorry. He shot 41% at the rim. So he has a lot to work on regarding his game, man. In terms of finishing, touch. But the talent is there, bro. He does have a janky form on his jump shot as well, too. But in terms of slides to the basket, attacking from the rim, you could develop him as a microwave type of player. Off the bench, work on his efficiencies. I like him. In terms of my underrateds and sleepers, I'd probably rank my underrateds and sleepers as Bryce McGowens, Ousmane Dieng. No. Whoa. Sorry. Bryce McGowens, Alandes Williams, Ousmane, Dieng, and then Blake. But the Knicks will have a lot of options to choose from. It is up for the Knicks to get it right in this draft. Both the first rounder, which we'll talk about a little bit later, as well as some of these sleepers. And I'll talk about a few other sleepers too. Guys like Ishmael Kamagate. I want to have an episode talking about the bigs in this draft, man. You got Ishmael Kamagate. You got your man Orlando Robinson from was it Fresno State? I gotta do my homework on him. But there's some other bigs to talk about. Mark Williams from Duke. Mark Williams versus Christian Colo from Arizona. Obviously, you guys will probably be watching him tomorrow. I'll try to because I'll be doing the Knicks game. I'll see if I can try to do the game tomorrow for Duke versus UNC. Oh, wait, no. Is it? Yeah, Duke UNC, because I think Villanova, Kansas at 6 tomorrow. But, yeah, we'll definitely talk about it later. But, guys, I appreciate you guys being on here. We're on for 2 hours. He says, PDP, I'll take Alandes Williams first because he can score around the basket efficiently and make plays. He's also strong, too. Yeah, Walker Kessler, obviously, yes, Walker Kessler. Jalen Durant. We're talking about all the bigs, man. Let me see what you guys are saying. Silver Surf, it says, topping, efficient, LMAO. I hope we have some luck this draft. Knicks always passing on talent. We need, let me see. Him likes Tricky Nicky out. Suits of Tricky. Blake Wesley has the athleticism. He just needs to put it together, says Jason M. Jason, I got to have you on, bro. Says Blake Wesley has a lot of talent. Yeah, I agree, too. He has a talent there, bro. But there's another thing about some of these freshmen, man. Some of these guys are put into these bad positions. So when you draft them, you guys see that vision, but you also have to give them a better development plan and development path in place than what they had in college. Again, these guys are young as hell, bro. Like, they're not finished products whatsoever. So when you look at these, and thank God some of these guys will be in the second round. Even though in this draft, you could argue some of these guys will probably be in the first round just because it's not a lot of talent. But yeah, man, you gotta have those systems in place. That's another thing I want to talk about too with this team, bro. The Knicks' actual development structure, because you had Kenny Payne leave, you had Johnny Bryant, I guess, in the waiting, but you also had Woodson leave. I want to look at the G League. I want to look at the coaching staff. You have the Greers here. I forgot who they brought in to replace your man Kenny Payne. But what is the exact development plan and progress in place? Not progress, excuse me. Plan and path in place for this Knicks team. Because you come into the 2023 draft, you might end up with a player that you draft in the first round who may not be ready in the next 2 or 3 years. But he's that high school talent that you just need to have. So we will see. But guys, I appreciate it. So to each and every one of you guys, man. I on a Friday night, you guys are psychotic for being here with me. I appreciate all the love and support. Please stay tuned for more weeklies, more videos I'll be putting out. Again, I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I've been getting killed at work. This weekly is supposed to happen last week, bro. Again, I apologize, but I want to do. You know, I love to do a lot more for this channel. I love each and every one of you ugly mother effers. Before we end the show, please go to Manscaped.com. Use Legion20, man. Go out there and make sure you shave it all off, man. Or, put some design, whatever the hell you want to do. But make sure it's not looking like Solomon Grundy out there, bro. Like, you're not the Temple of Legion of Doom walking around like in the old Super Friends with the... Come on, son. You can't be a derelict out there, man. You can't be vagabonding it out there, bro. It's unacceptable. So please go use Manscaped.com. Use code Legion20 to get 20% off the performance package, as well as free shipping and handling anywhere in the world. Manscaped.com. Is it in you? Is it not? I don't know. Pause. But until then, until tomorrow, I guess tomorrow, we're doing a show tomorrow. Until tomorrow, guys, peace, salute, God bless. I appreciate each one of you. PDP, Justin L, Rick V, Silver Surfer, Paris Duggar, D Coolest, Hinton, Isaiah, Cully, Silver Surfer, Jason M, my guy, Tricky Nicky in the building. Salute, Silver Surfer. I probably already said your name 3 billion times. Salute to everybody in the chat. I don't see anybody else. But until then, till next time, peace, salute, God bless. Paris Duggar, thank you for the $2 super chat. It says no justice, no peace. Oh, and I'm sorry, my bad. Still Knicks fan. Salute as well too, man. Chris B, salute. So what is wrong with Paris, son? What is wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with this dude, man? Thank you for the $2 super. He always does this, son. But thank you for the $2 super chat, son. This guy's a psycho, bro. I got love for Paris Duggar, son. But you crazy, son. Peace, salute, God bless. I'll see you guys later. And on that note, hit that rock.